Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 22. Jesus Christ. Episode 22, as me and Phrank are now eating industrial sludge and walking on treadmills as we walk through the metaverse.
I want to die. I want to die. I want to die.
Before we begin today's session, I've spent the last month talking to an artist to commission something very special for everybody here who has been along for this D&D journey. It is a art piece that I'm excited to share with you guys. You will each kind of get your own copy, and you can print it if you want. You can do what you want with it. I'm going to print mine. I'm going to hang it somewhere because I'm proud of it. I'm happy to have it. But you're free to do with it what you want. You know, there's no kind of expectancy for you to frame it, but that's what I'll be doing, and maybe Phrank will too, who knows. And so with that, if you're all tuned into the stream, I'm imagining, yes, people are. Okay.
I'm there.
So
it's an NFT.
It's not an NFT, but you know.
You can just commission art without it being a money thing.
So we'll do some zoom ins. We'll get up close and personal with a couple of details.
Oh my god.
Just to kind of show you each thing in a little bit more detail, because kind of from far away it looks a little bit intense. So here we obviously have Thalmara Vanthamper, in all her glory.
Damn, she fucking ugly.
This is obviously Phrank. If it wasn't obvious.
Ugly.
This is evil Thalmara, kind of like, you know, kind of like a shadow of herself, kind of in a way. Over here we have Silas, and he's got fire, he's got tattoos, he's got a shit-eating grin. Obviously we have Yoll with a shovel in hand. He's got a missing thumb, and while it doesn't look like it, but he's kind of grasping at his tattoo. While it doesn't exactly show super well, but that's intentionally supposed to be kind of like the tattoo that he branded on himself. In the center, you might notice a very familiar character that is unfortunately no longer with us in the campaign, but it is Roger in his battle pose before he fell, and on his shoulder he's got a little homie. He's got a little homie, just a small little homie. Beside Roger, we have Buru on his neck. You see
That's a thick ass boy.
Yeah. He's got that's yours right there. Obviously the shield is kind of hidden slightly behind Roger. He's got his mace, his silvered mace. He looks actually quite handsome, quite dashing. Then we have Gantash.
Charging.
Yeah, charging. We have Gantash. Got the staff, got the hand of Torm, etc. So after the session's done, I'll send you like the actual link to the file so that you can kind of do whatever it is that you want with it. But this is what I had created.
Sick, dude. That's wicked.
That is cool.
Thanks,
Sick
guys.
as fuck.
And you didn't point out the pose that Roger's in. You notice he's in front.
I said that.
Oh, did you?
Well, I said, yeah, he's in his battle, but like
It
he's
looks
in
like
his.
he's about to thunderclap.
Yeah.
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 It's beautiful.
He's got his homie with him.
Fucking sick.
Actually, he's got a little.
Holy fuck,
he's-
Yoll has tree trunks, by the way.
Yeah,
Holy
He
fuck.
does.
He also has a gem like in his forehead. Like he's got the whole ensemble.
It's a good thing you put Roger back in, because guess who's joining us again?
Oh no!
I just spoiled it for everybody, but Roger's making a comeback, baby.
Oh
Comeback.
shit! Interesting.
Oh boy.
Well, then this fucking poster is dope. You know, it all comes back full circle. Anyways, that's what I wanted to share. I'll send you guys the links after. Phrank, it's all up to you
Look
now.
at that little transition. I didn't even see that before. Shit. Okay.
Every time.
So, I'm just going to give you guys fair warning. I've come to this session hopefully prepared for everything. But there is potential direction that you could head where I've just been toying with it, and the scene for some reason is not acting properly, not like the other scenes. So if we go there, I'm going to try to do I've got like a fix for it, so it's just not going to be the normal kind of setup. Okay. So let's give you guys the recap and get you guys rolling here. So last session was there was a death, which is usually a pretty big deal. Nunu got taken down by a dragon.
You're blowing out like crazy, Bob.
Oh, am I?
Yeah, maybe if you
It's the wrong mic.
you should walk closer to the mic.
You're just gonna laugh, Mark. At this point.
I actually have one if you need one, Frank. Like head ass.
Yes.
Yeah, I have a lapel mic if you need one.
Hold on.
That's hilarious.
Am I good?
Yeah, you're pushing
Yeah,
P.
you sound fine.
Oh.
You were just blown out a little bit.
You're
a little hot,
pushing.
little hot on the microphone.
You're pushing P there, Frankie Poo.
Pushing P. Okay, I'm gonna chill on the thing here for a bit. So, anyways, last session, you guys had arrived to the castle here. You met with your people that are hosting you, which is Tarkon, Toby, Traxagor, or Traxador in some of your cases, and
Exactly one of our cases.
and a gnome named Dark, who seems to be taking a little bit of an interest in Silas. Soup has been prepared. You guys kind of took part in playing around with that. Buru and Gantash, you went on a little bit of a prayer mission. Silas, you had a very awkward conversation with Dark and with Traxagor as well. And
You mean awkward?
Yoll, you taught Rhea how to use a regular knife as opposed to a fighting knife.
I oozed charisma is what I did.
That's exactly right. And then Nunu didn't do too much. I'm trying to remember what happened there. Oh yeah, you stumbled across a dragon lair by yourself and it killed you.
I put up a pretty good fucking fight. In my
good fight.
If I may say so myself.
Lost
It was
us an
cool.
immovable rod, but you know what? That's okay.
Which is now floating in the air, about 25 feet in the air.
I hope the
Right.
dragon hits it on their way back.
Too bad we didn't have a character that could jump that high.
Yeah, that would be unique.
Like that.
Okay, so we are going to bring you guys back around to the table here. Ethan, I'm actually going to drag a Nunu token into the room just so you can, I guess, kind of see what's going on.
But he's dead. Nunu's dead.
Yeah,
My
no, it's just-
immersion.
That's the soul.
Here, actually, Ethan, can you still see?
Nope.
Just leave him stacked on somebody.
Just put him under
there, right.
Tarkon, you know?
There you go. Okay.
I
So,
see Nunu on top of Tarkon, and it's
I
ruining
see-
my
yeah.
immersion.
fuck's sakes.
There.
Okay, just fucking Ethan, you saw the room for fuck's sakes. Why is it this big of a deal?
Immersion, bro.
What's that? What's that corpse in the corner? Okay.
Is that supposed to go in the
So-
stew?
Jesus.
Tastes like chicken.
Okay, so again, you guys are joined around the table, and Lulu is joining you as well. Cute little creature. And there's a seat for everybody. You've all joined at the table, and Tarkon is preparing the bowls to be distributed. You guys can take it from here, or he will carry the bowls over and start placing them in front of you all.
I see Lulu has awakened. This is good. Has anyone asked her about where we intend to go?
Yeah, I did. She doesn't know.
Perfect. Good start.
And And I'm going to turn to Lulu and I'm going to say, and that's okay. Give her a little pat on the head.
Did we learn anything at all?
Well, Lulu, do you want to tell Gantash the story that you told us?
Yeah, I can do that. My voice is going to be a little different because it's all crackly now.
Maybe if you weren't walking, it would help.
I'm not walking.
He's not walking.
Yeah.
Maybe telling it the third time might spark a little memory of a little extra detail here and there, maybe possibly.
Yeah, I can give it a try. Well, if I remember right, I was with Zariel, and she was an angel, and like a real angel, and she was putting together an army of Hell Riders, and they were going to go in, and they were going to go and take over Avernus, because there was this war that was going on, and she was going to create this army to fight in the war, and she's going to put an end to it once and for all. And she was like my best friend. And so through the gates, we all went right into Avernus, and it was hot and stinky, and it was really bad down there. But we went down anyways, and we were about to win, and then all of a sudden, a whole bunch of the Hell Riders that we were training, they got scared, and they turned around, and unfortunately, Zariel got kind of tackled and grabbed, and they pulled her away, and she told me to run, and then when she told me to run, she said, "Take my sword." I took the sword, and she told me to hide it, and I don't remember where I hid it, but I hid it for sure, and somebody else was there, and they hid it with me. But then I got away, just like the rest of the Hell Riders, and then yeah, that's it, I think.
Huh. Do you think if Zariel saw you today, she would recognize you?
Well, I think we were best friends, so I hope so.
And how did you become best friends?
That's a good question. Well, I think we grew up together.
What?
Yeah. Out in Mount Celestia. Yeah. She was a real angel.
You grew up in Mount Celestia.
Oh yeah, Gantash. We're pretty sure she might be kind of a god.
Okay. Does Gantash know what gods are in Mount Celestia? Like, would he know? I mean, I feel like, but in this moment, I don't know. Would he know?
Give me a religion check with advantage.
Ooh la la. First one's dirty 20 and a 7. So we'll take the dirty 20.
Okay. So, what you know of Mount Celestia is there are layers. There are 7 layers to Mount
Like
Celestia.
an onion.
Like an onion. Well, like an onion at a hibachi place where they're stacked on top of each other. That's way more represent. That's actually almost like perfectly representative.
That's pretty funny.
And let me just see here. The gods that you would know of being from there. Oh, sorry, I'm looking at the wrong shit. So you know that there are definitely different types of angels from there. And in fact, one of the residents are holophants, which are the thing that Lulu is, though this would be kind of vague and maybe like just coming back to you now. But there's solars, planetars, and in terms of gods, I want to get you like a relatively comprehensive list. Give me one more second.
Dope info already. Good.
So Torm is up there.
Woo!
Tyr is up there.
Woo!
Oh,
The sun goddess, which is kind of like the tippy top of Mount Celestia in terms of like the hierarchy, is Amaterasu, the sun goddess of the 8 million gods. That's what she is called.
Is she halfway up?
What's that?
She halfway up?
She is.
That was a joke for
She's all
Lemon,
the
but he
way
didn't
up,
get it.
But she's only halfway.
Yeah.
or whatever.
We're at the tippity top, but only halfway up.
Yeah.
She actually doesn't reside at the top, though. Interestingly enough, she's just the top of the hierarchy. And then there's a couple other ones. Bahamut.
I'm sorry, what?
Bahamut, not Baphomet, but Bahamut.
Okay. Kind
I
of
saying
sounded
that
like you
wrong?
just sneezed.
No.
Bless you.
And Moradin. And there's a couple of other ones. Actually, I'll give them all to you because you would know. Yandala, Tyr, Trishina, Torm, Moradin, Jazarian, Baranar True Silver, Bahamut, Arvarine, and Amaterasu. So there's not
Is
a
it
ton of
spelled
them.
like this?
Where did you put it?
In D&D
the
chat.
game?
Oh, in the game? Yes.
That's Bahamut.
Bahamut. Okay, there you go. So those are the ones that you would know of. And the other residents that I told you, the Planetars, the Holophants. Planetars basically being like giant jacked angels. Divas, also big angels. Planetars being bigger of the two, though.
How big?
Like, Planetars, I'm pretty sure they're well over 15 foot tall. But let me
Oh,
just
fuck yeah. Thank you.
give me
Gantash puts his hands at the table and his eyebrows just raise. Have you met Torm?
Torm. I mean, I'm sure I did. Everything's very foggy, though.
Do you remember anything of Mount Celestia, aside from being best friends with Zariel?
It's really pretty. Lots of gold and pearly colors.
Did Zariel convince you to come down to the mortal plane to fight this war?
I don't think she needed to convince me. It kind of sounded like a good idea, but nobody else thought it was a good idea, and nobody else wanted to come with us. So they stayed up in Mount Celestia, nice and cozy, and we came down.
Oh, interesting. So, whoever you hid this sword with, it wasn't anybody from Celestia.
Well, probably not. That's a good point.
Was there anybody else from Mount Celestia in this army of yours?
I don't think so. No, because she came and she trained the army in Elturel. So that's just the Hellriders that I can remember, but I can't remember who I hid the sword with. That's a tricky one.
You heard the name? Do you think you'd know?
That's a good question. Maybe.
Like, is it right on the tip of your tongue?
I don't think so.
Let's try just one thing. Humor me for a second, Lulu. Do you remember who Zariel's second in command was? Maybe they helped you.
she's good.
Probably.
I was.
But maybe I was.
Oh, well then below you. Who reported to you?
Oh yeah, somebody very important.
I see,
I mean, it
Lulu.
would have to be if they were right there.
Do you think if you went back to Avernus, you might get your memory back?
Well, I don't really feel like going back there. And at this, actually, Traxagor kind of peeks his head around the corner and like kind of like waves a tiny little arm. You can see he like rubs his eyes. He's like clearly like exhausted from staring at this orb. And he comes over and he just like solemnly like catches your eye and like nods at you, and then like scurries back behind the wall.
At me?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. I guess I'm gonna be excused.
No, he like
Oh,
he meant like
the group.
no, at you to like answer your question.
Yes, if she went back to
Like this.
El Terrell, she would
Oh,
probably have her
this,
memory
like
fogged.
this.
Oh.
Why? What's stopping you from going back? Maybe you could come with us. If it was to save the world, would you do it?
You can see she like floats very slowly and ends up just like bumping into, and like just her round like torso just like presses and rests on Yoll's arm, like on his shoulder. Just like squishes in almost like a stress ball and just pushes its body in a little bit. Just goes, well, it's not great down there. The people were scared and they ran for a reason.
Well, we have to go back down there. Like, this is what we have to do. And I'm sure Yoll would protect you. Seems like you've taken a liking to him.
Well, Yoll could stay here too. And you guys could go.
No, he can't.
I'm sorry, buddy. I gotta go.
And
I'm gonna lift my arm. I'm gonna give
she
her a
just
little-
she just like unpresses herself from you and just kind of looks down. Her snout just kind of like hangs very sadly. And just, well, I don't know if I like the idea of going down there.
Neither do I, but unfortunately, the fate of the world kind of depends on it. Annoyingly.
Well, I guess you guys enjoy yourselves then.
What could we do to ease your mind, Lulu? What can we do to
We could really use your
maybe
help.
persuade you? Persuade. Sorry.
You forget the D
don't
in that
know
word,
English,
but you
dude.
add a D in another word. Persuade, tracks a
Excuse me,
door.
Traxador, how do I persuade you?
Persuade.
Well, if you can promise not to run away, but I don't think you can do that.
You think I would run away?
I think you might. There was a whole army that ran away.
Look at him. He can't run that far.
I'm much braver than an army. There's bravery in numbers.
Well,
If I'm willing to go down, I would go down by myself if these guys didn't.
Lulu,
and what about the rest of you? Would you die down there?
I swear on Torm that I will do what I can to bring Eltrell back. If that means dying, then so be it.
And what about me?
I'll
You protect
sacrifice
me too?
myself for you. You don't need to die.
And you swear that on Torm?
Swear that on Torm.
And she just like slowly rotates towards Buru and just looks at him. What about you?
And my axe. And my shield.
Yes, young one. We would be with you through all of it.
And you protect me?
Of course. In a heartbeat.
And you swear?
I swear.
And what about you? And she looks over to Silas.
Gantash also turns to face Silas. Kind of like,
I was the
Huh?
I was the one that mentioned this. Okay, yeah.
yeah? What you gonna say, buddy?
Yeah, what you got, pussy?
I didn't say that.
You have my word, Lulu. I will
fine.
protect you just like everybody else in this group.
Fine, but if anything happens, I'm gonna be with Yoll, and that's that.
Gantash grabs like I guess there's like a cup filled with like tea or whatever on the table, and as he's about to sip, he just quickly under his breath says, "Maybe we should sign a contract."
Are you intending for everyone to hear that?
Yeah. Yes.
I want to quickly grab my bowl and try.
I'm gonna give Gantath like a pissy glare, like a fuck off old man kind of glare. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like when your grandpa says the N word and you're like, you can't do that. But he's your grandpa, so you like can't really say that to him. But you're still disgusted.
Tarkon obviously joins you, and he just kind of makes like a quick like whistle over to the other room. He like turns his neck, serves everybody up, and kind of slowly making his way into the room. Traxagor doesn't take the last seat. And I know you guys are clumped around here, but there are enough seats for 9 of you. But Traxagor just basically takes heads over, grabs a little stein, about an otter-sized stein, scoops it into the giant pot, and makes his way and just sits on this countertop, kind of looking at you guys from a couple feet away. Dark joins you at the table. Actually, I'll separate like this. So now everybody's at the table, and after everybody's been served, Tarkon just looks at the group and says, well, we have another bowl. I don't know where your friend went.
Oh, the child. Where's Nunu?
I sent Kevin to go get him. He's never been the brightest, though. I'm not really sure. I don't know. I know he went to get wet. He'll turn up.
Well,
Does he normally do this, Yoll?
Fuck off for no reason all the time.
I'll take your word for it.
well, if he doesn't need to be here, if you can make an agreement on his behalf and he'll go along with it, then I can tell you a couple of things and give you a couple of, maybe a hand with what you're getting yourselves into.
Who's saying this?
Tarkon.
Oh, Tarkon.
Tarkon.
Sure. I'm not really sure what you're asking for.
Well, you wouldn't, because it's a little bit of a different page in this book that you are all clearly writing for yourselves. Traxagor, how long is it going to take you to find Elturel? He just kind of like rubs his face with his little otter hands and just... Everybody knows what that looks like. He just says, and actually at this, I'm going to have somebody is going to roll a D20. You can choose anyone to do it. Just a raw D20. Oh, Krepe's got it. And he says, I've been looking around, and I'm gonna guess it's gonna take something like a half a day, maybe. To be honest, I thought it could be a little bit longer than that based on what I was seeing, but I think I'm getting a little bit closer, faster than what I had originally thought, and so maybe a half a day.
Well, thank you for your commitment, regardless.
Tarkon turns and says, well, that's more than enough time for what I'm about to suggest. You see, my old group, we left some business unfinished. And there is something in the woods not too far from here. A group like yourselves, you look a little bit stronger than I was when I first came across this problem. And if you can take care of it for me, Dark over here has a little special something that he can only do once a year. And we briefly talked about it, and he seems like he'd be okay with it. You see, Dark has got a set of magical tattoos, and you can use them to unlock certain powers in yourself. Now, you can only do it once a year, so you can only give it to one of you. But if you can take care of that problem for me in a half a day, I can at least send you away with something that might help you.
What kind of problem are we talking about?
Well, there is a green dragon named Venomfang. And several years ago, it was actually my job to get rid of it. And I did in the best way I knew how. My group was pretty indecisive, and I just took it upon myself to remove it using my own abilities. And I gotta tell you, I was pretty successful. But now it needs to die, because it's slowly encroaching on our post here.
This is so good, by the way. I love all of this.
I'd imagine it wants your castle for itself.
Yes, I would imagine so.
And obviously your death.
If it knew I was here, it would certainly want that, but I don't leave the castle without changing my appearance. And in fact, the entire western side of the castle is covered by an illusion. It just looks like a tall hill when you come in from that direction.
Wow.
Is this dragon then hunting you? Is that why it's here?
Well,
Revenge?
Wait a minute. What?
It's hunting for a new home.
And what does that have to do with you, Tarkon? A big green dragon.
Well, if it finds this place, there are many defenseless civilians that live just down the hill. Children. An entire, maybe 4 orphanages worth of children live at the bottom of
now
this
I'm
hill.
just gonna get up and like, alright, where's the dragon?
Hold on, Buru.
I still want to know how you pissed the goddamn thing off.
That's a good point.
I have it
How
clipped
did
on
you-
Twitch. He says,
My immersion.
well, I scared him, I scared her. She was taking up post in the abandoned town of Thunder Tree. I casted a couple of illusions, and I scared it away. As
You
a young
scared a dragon.
wizard. Yeah, a little help from some inspiration from an old friend of mine.
Wow. That's amazing. That's quite the story.
Should have
Frank's
been
gonna make me cry.
So, she was left alive, and she's pretty healthy now. In fact, I can tell she's taken up a lair not too far from here, like I said. And I doubt that she'll want to stay there for too long. She's going to look for something much closer to this castle. I'm sure she's got her own horde as well. You can take whatever you want, assuming she has something. But worst case scenario, Dark here will set you up. He only gets to do this once a year.
And we'd have to pick one of us.
That's right.
We can worry about this gift, this boon later. I feel like it's the least we can do to thank you for your assistance in our journey.
Well, I think you guys are destined for something here. And I like that attitude. Big man.
Seen these tree trunks? Fucking roundhouse kick its head off.
As time sensitive as saving Elturel is, not much we can do until Traxagor finds Elturel.
I think the best we can do is give Traxagor the time he needs to do what he needs to do, which should probably give us time to do what it is we seem to need to do.
Yes.
And I promise Traxagor is not going slow by any means. If you look into the orb, you can see how quickly he's scanning over the landscape. And Traxagor pipes up and he says, I must tell you, this is not a normal piece of land. All of Avernus, all of the 9 hells, they shift, especially Avernus.
No one thinks
kilometer,
you're a
one
con man,
direction.
Traxagor. Don't worry. You don't need to justify anything.
Yes.
I just want to make sure I'm clear, because when you go down there, you'll be suffering through the same terrain. Well, eat up then, and I will wish you the best of luck. You all seem very capable of doing what you need to do.
Well, Traxagor, please don't take this personally, but if you alone can scare a full-grown chromatic dragon, I feel like the 6 of us would have a decent shot at doing what it is we need to do. And then I'm going to look around and go, oh, 5. I forgot Nunu's still gone.
You mean Tarkon, right?
What did I say?
Traxagor. That's fine.
Whatever. T.
Mr. T.
Sorry, yes, that is what I meant.
Well, before the soup gets cold, maybe one of you should go grab him.
I can send my owl to
Oh,
get him.
all right. He kind of like has a little impressed kind of grin. I'd love to see it.
And I'll just pull my owl out of the pocket dimension or whatever it is.
Oh,
I just
shit.
pulled the bird out his pants.
That's cool.
In my pants. And
I want to know Lou's reaction to that.
She just, it's like a normal occurrence. She's just like, cool. She's a floating golden elephant. This is not the
Yeah,
craziest
who
thing
grew up
she's-
around the gods? Like,
That's how it's pulled out of his pants.
who was
Lou's
best
reaction.
friends with Zariel? I think we're fine.
does anyone know where he left off to? Did he mention that to anybody?
I think he went off to the river to the north.
I'll
I think he asked you about a body of water, didn't he, Tarkon?
I think yes, he's.
Or was that you, little guy? I forget what his name is. The guy who's
Traxagor?
never... No, the guy who's always eating.
Oh, Toby.
be.
Toby. Or was it you, Toby?
He slurps up the last bite. He's got now 2 empty bowls in front of him. He's no, he's outside, just that way, and he points basically east. Last I saw.
I'll send my owl out and go that direction.
Okay, can you control it?
No.
No, you can't. Can you see from its eyes?
So I can see through its eyes, yeah.
Okay, perfect.
The owl is an illusion, right? It's not an actual animal?
It's a familiar. I don't know if... No, it should be an actual thing. It has hip.
It's a physical thing.
Yeah.
It's a physical.
Yeah, it's a physical... But is it like a beast or like a... What?
That's a good question.
Like, could I beast sense it? It doesn't really matter, but out of curiosity.
Well, no, it could matter actually. Let me
Touch a willing beast for the duration of the spell.
Yeah,
You
I
can
can
use your
look
action
at-
to see through the beast's eyes and hear what it hears, and continue to do so
Doesn't say.
until your action, until you use your action to return to your normal senses.
Well, it is an animal. Like when you type in "find familiar animal," like it gives you.
But
a
it's not
list.
an animal; it's beast. Needs
I
to know if
see.
it's a beast,
I don't know.
and like it's not like a bird, like an owl itself wouldn't be a beast. But it's whether.
Tiny beast. Tiny.
Yeah, it is.
beast.
Yeah, it's a beast. 100%. Yeah, it is.
Okay.
It is.
Oh shit, that's cool.
So the familiar, basically, the way you can think of it is, the familiar is not actually an owl. It's like a spirit that basically takes over an owl, like an owl form.
Got it.
Cool.
So it is a beast.
Okay, I would like to. I was trying to think of a way to RP it because I've never done this before, but I can't. So I'm just gonna give it a little pat on the head and be like, "Good luck. Let me know where Nunu is," and then I'm gonna accidentally see everything it sees.
Accidentally. So, like, do you just go into like your eyes just like fade over?
It
Or,
seems like it. Yeah.
Okay.
It's like a. Do you ever watch Game of Thrones?
No.
Oh.
But-
Did anyone watch Game of Thrones?
Yeah.
Yes.
You know when Bran, I forget what the
Oh,
term
yeah.
was, but when he like goes into the crows and then like eyes in the back of his head and he's just
Yeah.
Borg or something. I forget.
Yeah. Org. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's what I described it as too. Your eyes just roll back. Your eyes glaze over.
The duration of the
Go away.
spell, you can use your action to see through the beast's eyes and hear what it hears.
Mhm.
Interesting. So you'd have to
And-
keep doing it over and over again.
Until until you use your action to return to your normal
I see.
senses.
So that's what's gonna happen. So then both of you, I guess, you just kind of your eyes like glaze over.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys both just see like Yoll like pats him on the head, and then his hand just kind of slowly falls down, and the owl boots out and starts flying out. Now, Krepe, I know you don't have vision from the owl, but I'm gonna kind of just describe what you got here.
Right.
So Silas, there's a radius on this thing that you can see from?
Like a radius? Oh,
Like-
so actually, it can be additionally. It says while your familiar is within 100 feet of you, you can communicate with it telepathically. Additionally, as an action, you can see through its familiar's eyes and hear what it hears.
Sorry, I meant can you see through the token?
Oh, no.
Okay, all right. Okay, that was what I meant. Okay, interesting. Okay, so then what happens is the owl flies out and flies up a good 25 feet just to get a good angle looking down into the ravine, and doesn't really see anything. Stays within range though, of course, both on the on both axes, and doesn't see anything. Flies, kind of does a circle, just floats around the outside of the castle, looks down, comes over, lands basically on top on the edge, and kind of glances out, just kind of scanning around. Actually, you're in control of this. I just realized.
Yeah.
Oh fuck, you do
okay.
it then. You do it then.
I can't see anything that sees.
Yeah, I might do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I was just gonna say if there was nothing by the river, then circle the perimeter. Jesus, can't talk.
The perimeters.
And I can't see any like evidence of him like anywhere. His pets or slobber chops or
Not that you can see from the river. There's not like really anything from what you can see. There's not really even like footprints, nothing like that. Though, give me a perception check from your owl.
And I give the
How do I
same
do that?
perception check on account of I am seeing everything the owl is seeing?
Well, actually, the owl has a feature that he gets advantage anyways.
I don't know how
So-
to do that.
So he has +4 or +3 perception.
Okay.
So maybe just roll a d20 plus 3.
Okay.
And I'm gonna let Len
Twice
do it.
because of advantage.
Yeah.
He is.
Oh, sorry, I didn't do it twice.
So that's a dirty 20, though, right?
We'll
Oh,
go with the first one.
You can roll it plus 3, Len.
Oh, well, sorry, I didn't.
Our d20 plus 3.
That's okay. We just add 3.
I mean,
On the
sure,
first one.
but
Yeah.
That's
I
kind
didn't
of
know
hard.
You could. I didn't know
Okay.
you could do that. So
yes, you can do you can do everything you can do in a calculator. You can straight up
okay.
just do math if you want.
So frustrated with this cough. Okay, so as you're kind of flying around, I'm gonna remember to let you control it from now.
I half expected that to work.
Actually, yeah. You can actually see when you kind of just like looking out into the distance, every direction. You can see from the west, pretty far in the distance, actually, this large flying creature just kind of like frantically bobbing around. It's not huge, but from what you can see, definitely bigger than your owl. And it's just kind of bobbing. Looks like it's holding something.
how far away is it? Like, how far away do I think it is? Yeah.
From your estimation, could be a kilometer.
Can I fly
Do
my
I
owl as-
recognize it as a thing that I know very well and have known for a long time?
You do. Yeah, actually, that's a good question. You do.
I'm gonna just fly closer, as close as I can without losing range of, and see if I can get a better look, because I don't know what it is, so
Okay. So,
I think I have 100 feet.
yeah. So you getting, basically to the max range of your vision. And it's flying towards you too. You can see, and you had a suspicion right away, but as it gets closer and you make your way closer to it, you can see that this is definitely a pterodon, and it's holding something that's kind of like weighing it down a little bit, just barely though, and it seems to be flying very frantically.
Can I tell what it like? Is it carrying it in its pouch or like in its little mandible thing?
It's got
Not
something
mandible,
here
but
and something here,
something here and something here.
Can't
in its
see.
talons, one in each talon. One in each talon. Sorry, I'm doing it on screen.
No, I know, but I'm something here and something here, which
Just a
doesn't
big.
bode
It's
very
like you can't really tell what it's holding. It's still pretty far away, but you know it's Kevin. Like you obviously know it's Kevin.
And I guess, like me, I don't really know Kevin, but maybe Yoll might be able to be like, oh, he's acting weird.
Okay, don't tell me how to play my fucking
So-
character, bitch ass.
No, sorry, I was just, I wasn't. I'm just saying.
Kick you in your teeth. You see these tree trunks?
Um,
When I see Kevin like fucking struggling like that, I'm gonna come to my senses.
Okay.
And stand up and say, I think Nunu's in trouble. And we know the familiar went east, right?
West.
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 Yep.
Which is the direction of the dragon.
Yeah, I know, but Nunu went east, and we don't know about the Dwagon. I thought the Dwagon was east. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Nunu went east.
At first, he did go east.
And then he just decided to be like, fuck you, I'm going to go play solo. Bye-bye.
He looped the castle.
Bye-bye, Stinky.
Okay. So Yoll says Nunu's in trouble.
I believe Nunu is in trouble in the west.
How so?
And then
What
I'm
did you
going to
see?
turn to Tarkon and say, what direction did you say the dragon was again?
Well, I didn't, but she is to the west.
What do you mean trouble? Did he shrivel up? Did he not
We have
find
to
water?
go now. And I'm gonna drop everything and get up and leave. And when I get to the hall, if nobody's following me, I'm gonna yell now.
I'm following. I can't move my
I'm
character
gonna
because
go-
the game's paused.
Oh,
You know, I can't
game's
move.
paused.
I can't move. I can't move. I can't move. I can't move. I can't act.
Zariel is talking to us. Game's paused.
Yeah, I have a holophant.
Oh, little river.
My owl back
Ooh.
as well. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Get this shit over here.
I hate it. I hate it.
He's been moving around the outside this whole time. I didn't even notice.
I didn't. I just moved it out of the way in case they stepped outside. They didn't immediately see
Oh,
my dead
that's so
body.
funny. Okay, so you guys all step out, and actually,
Jeez.
Tarkon comes out and joins you. Rhea comes with you. Toby does not. Just these two kind of follow along. Okay, so we'll scoot everybody along here. So by the time you guys make it outside, you can see, frantically making its way inbound. Everybody can see now, just given that duration, just frantically flying forward, trying to make its way back. You can see there's something flying in, and the closer it gets, doesn't take too long. After about 45 seconds of just waiting there, you can see clearly that it's Kevin flying in, and Kevin is holding something, just draping, like it's kind of just flopping around in its claws. And from this distance, you can hear Kevin just letting out these like panicked screeches, just not something Kevin's really done before. And as you wait, Kevin comes in and lands and just slowly kind of like, like you can see him like hover and then just slowly come down and just gingerly open its claws and place two pieces of a very recognizable frog. Everything's still strapped to his back. He's got his bow strapped to his back, his backpack on his back, but from basically the inside of the leg ripped up all the way halfway up his torso is in one hand, and in the other hand for Kevin is the rest of him, and he just gingerly plops it down and starts like screeching up into the air, just like frantically looking around everybody. No slobber chops.
Well, Slobberchops is currently standing on top of.
What?
Slobberchops is, for me, currently standing on top of Silas.
Oh,
Really?
is he for anybody else?
I don't
I'm
see
gonna run up.
Yeah, he's right there.
I don't.
How did this
it. I don't
happen?
see him.
Someone communicate with Kevin. Something. Do something. We must know.
Buru, stand aside. Gantash walks forward. Well, I need to do something real quick. Give me a sec. I promise it'll be quick.
Revivify.
Gantash will use 3rd level spell slot. Speak with the dead.
I did not expect that.
I didn't expect that.
Neither did I.
Ethan, I need you to read this very carefully. Very carefully. There's a couple of conditions for this spell.
Yep.
You're not like, you're not like alive again. You just kind of have like the memory. You actually don't even know you're dead.
Mm-hmm.
As we're going to be speaking to you now. Well,
This is so cool.
I don't actually know how that would work, but I'm sure we'll still find out what happened. Anyways, I start casting, I get a little incense going, and I start casting this spell.
While he's casting that, I start casting Speak with Animals.
Okay. And are they both 10 minutes?
Actually, the duration of the spell is 10 minutes for me.
Oh, but you get it right away.
Boom.
So I just want to be clear. Nobody else can. Do you like reanimate him, or do
You grant the semblance of life and intelligence to a corpse of your choice.
So
within
everybody
reach.
will be able to hear him.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
The
to
corpse
answer the
must
questions
still
you
have a
posed.
mouth. That's. I'm pretty sure he's cut down the middle. So.
No, he's cut like. I didn't do a good job, but basically like from the groin.
Yeah,
like
he can
up
speak.
on an angle.
You got a dragon claw with the balls? Oof.
The inside of the leg, straight up through
That's
a piece
tough.
of his rib cage.
I turn back to the rest of the group as kind of the spell starts to conclude. I say, "We only get 5 questions for Nunu, so we need to ask carefully."
Answers are usually brief, cryptic, and or repetitive. Oh boy.
Crazy. This is so crazy. Oh, where's Trieu?
Eating.
Oh, I see.
Pissing.
Is he still here though?
Maybe he's making
I am.
piss.
And
okay,
as
I was-
after I say that, I turn back to Nunu, who's been reanimated now. I say, "Nunu, where did you go?"
West.
You might have found that dragon.
Did you see a dragon, West Nunu?
Yes.
Well, they have 10 minutes, right?
Oh, fair enough.
What did the dragon do to you, Nunu?
Oh, you actually have 5 questions. Sorry. Okay.
I'm trying to think of how to answer this. Sorry,
Okay.
but like I have to be cryptic about it. Like, I can't just be like, oh yeah, this is exactly what the dragon.
Are usually.
But I mean, if it's straightforward, I think you can. Yeah.
It killed me.
You actually don't know you're dead.
Oh my. Okay, my bad.
It's weird. It's
doozy.
really weird.
All right,
it's really
Emergent
weird.
Ruin.
It's really weird.
What a doozy of a spell, dude, to cast on a PC. Wow.
Yeah.
It tried to make me worship it.
I turn back to Tarkon. Yeah? Does this seem par of the course?
And he's just like nodding. And you can see he's actually got his hand at his side. He's gripping the what you can see now revealed underneath his robe is he's gripping the handle of a dagger that's been sheathed at his side. And he just kind of nods and that's what she tries to do. Yeah.
I look down at it. I just like turn back to Nunu. That was question 3. Question 4.
Question 3.
We're on question 4 now.
Yeah. Turn to the group. Anyone have anything they want to ask?
Yoll doesn't like when things stop being dead, so he's not paying attention.
Weren't you guys friends?
Everybody has their own fucking coping mechanisms. Bitch ass.
Why is everyone a bitch ass today, Krepe? Fuck.
Everybody's a bitch ass for telling me how to play my fucking character.
Gantash will turn back to Nunu. How did you respond when the dragon asked you to worship it?
I entertained it.
Last question. What happened when you entertained it?
We played a game.
And that's all we get, folks.
You like that one, Frankie?
With all the final words of Nunu.
I would respectfully close his eyes, but I know touching him is probably not a good idea.
Actually, when grungs die, their poison secretion ceases to exist.
Actually, would Gantash know that?
Actually, if he's a scholar in Candlekeep, yes, he would. If he would have
Actually,
read about the grungs.
I RP'd that I knew nothing about grungs in Yoll's basement. So, get fucked.
I've been to that section of the library, actually.
So I'm actually RPing Gantash correctly. He knows diddly squiddly about grung giggly.
Wow, that's 3 times people have told people how to play their characters this
Okay, go. Just focus on your tree trunks, all right?
Keep him growing. Keep him growing.
So at that kind of, we played a game, and then just the jaw kind of slacks and the head rests back down on the ground.
Love that spell. I'm so glad I got to fucking use it.
I don't think I've ever heard of it being used on a PC, honestly. That's kind of cool.
I don't think I've ever seen it either. I also didn't realize that you can't cast it on something that has had this spell cast on it in the last 10 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was you can't cast it on something that died more than 10 days ago.
No, it's like it could have been dead for 10,000 years.
Wow. You just third leveled that shit. I'm so fucking geeked up.
I look back at the rest of the party. Well, it looks like we know what needs to be done. Dragon head for dinner.
Should we lay Nunu to rest first?
Will that be acceptable for your castle, Tarkon?
Well, we haven't exactly made room for a graveyard, but I'm sure we can start one now. Wherever you think is appropriate.
So,
By the river.
seeing Nunu's body and seeing the whole spell and the interaction, I'm like fuming. And I'm gonna grab Tarkon by the throat.
Okay.
You did this. You are responsible for this.
And he just kind of goes with it, like tenses up his shoulders, grabs
How
onto
will
your
you
wrist.
repent for this?
I didn't do this. She did.
He's right, Buru.
I would like to, even if it means I'm canceling my ritual cast, I'm going to grab Buru's arm and try and pull it off of Tarkon.
Okay.
I'm gonna let go.
Buru, do you resist that?
Yeah. Oh, no, I'm gonna let go. I'm gonna
Okay.
feel his touch and I'm gonna let go.
You just
And your actions of the past produce these results, something you've ignored. And what are you gonna do about this issue? Just send us off on this dragon to kill for you? What are you gonna do for us?
Buru, if you don't remember, they're already doing a lot for us. We wouldn't be going to Avernus without the assistance of Tarkon.
And besides, he's going to help us kill her, and then I'm going to look at him with like fucking dagger eyes.
No. We're going with the assistance of Salvira. He just happens to be the host. What secrets are you hiding from us, Tarkon?
no secrets. be clear, we are your host. Me and Traxagor and Dark and Lulu and Toby. This is a place of peace now. And this dragon only sought to disrupt that. We have very important work that we're doing. And it was threatened by this dragon, who, by the way, will smell me coming.
Surely you should face it head on with us, then.
I can, but she'll recognize me coming. Like I just said. If you want to risk that, then so be it.
If we are to make a plan, it needs to be now. There's no illusions. There's no tricks under my sleeve. I will kill this beast.
Gantash,
We must think now.
Just want to wreck on something here. Can you give me an intimidation check really quick?
Slap this motherfucker silly!
holy shit.
Yeah, you're good.
Gantash gets up and he gets kind of close within this circle. He says, Buru, I understand the pain you're feeling. But before we tackle this beast, let's at least say goodbye to our friend.
I'm just gonna nod at Gantash. And I'm gonna take out a shovel on my back.
I'm already digging.
Oh, are you? Okay, I'm gonna help Yoll.
I guess you do have a shovel on hand.
Multi-purpose.
So you're just digging right there?
You sure you don't want to do it by the river?
Don't think it matters.
And at that, Gantash slowly walks over to Kevin and starts wanting to go over to pet him, but slowly, apprehensively, to not scare him away or, be rude. But
Yeah. Kevin's
did I
got his head
finish?
down.
Did I finish casting or no?
I will. I mean, the arm break would have definitely broken you out of it, but I'll say if you went right back to it, yeah, you can be finished it.
Maybe Gantash is right. Maybe the river is best. Does the river flood Tarkon?
No, it's pretty consistent, and actually, burying him by the river has a little bit more meaning than you might know.
I think Gantash is right. With your permission, that would be a best.
Okay. Let's go. And he starts walking his way up. And you see him actually just kind of get up to this rock face here. And, sorry, I don't know if you guys saw him go north there, but,
North. Okay.
yeah, sorry. He just slid up. And then he finds his way up to the rock face and just kind of like sits down on the ground, puts his hand back, and just slides down the rock face. It's a good 10-foot drop, but it's an angled rock, so he just slides his way down, no problem. Yeah, makes his way down. He says, anywhere is fine. We don't have plans over here. This is a great place to start a graveyard.
Is Kevin carrying Nunu?
We'll say he picked him up as you guys kind of came down, and he just slowly, like, gingerly drops him on the ground again.
Too close to the bank, and we risk his body being washed away. Here is good, under this tree, and I'll start a little dig.
I'm gonna help him.
So, given Nunu's obvious small size, it doesn't take you very long. Yoll, you're pretty goddamn proficient with that shovel. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, you're really proficient with it, with this specific task. And those kind of memories come flooding back, but you work your way through feverishly, and you guys are able to get that hole done in no time at a flat. It takes only a couple of minutes.
Once the hole is dug, I want to hand Nunu's body to Buru and turn my back to it and start talking to Kevin.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna get down on one knee.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything else I would like to say to Nunu before we lay him to rest? Alright.
Wait, I'm just reading something. Give me a sec. Ooh.
Before
Okay.
you close it up, I'm going to look over my shoulder and toss a gold coin in the grave and turn back around.
I was gonna say that, but I was gonna wait for the...
I'm gonna walk up to the grave and take water out of my water skin and just pour a little bit in there. Because he liked soaking in water.
While I'm like... So actually, no. I still have it in my hands.
Pour one out for the dead homie.
Yeah, pour some water out for the homie in his grave.
Gantash will put one of the books, one of the fancy books. And he'll say, "You listened." And he'll back away from the grave.
Alright. Gently lay him to rest.
Both
Well-
pieces.
Yeah.
While he's doing this, Gantash will use Scroll of Ceremony. And he will use the Scroll of Ceremony to cast Funeral Rite.
Okay.
And while he's
Do you
doing
like
that,
it?
I will in a
I'm
second.
gonna put a coin in his grave as well. A gold coin.
I link it. Give me a sec. It's a very long spell. But I'll
I'm
be
so emotional. He's crying. He had to
Oh.
get up.
but I'll be using a funeral rite passage.
Lemon may have just figured out what I was gonna do when he poured the water.
When you use a scroll, do you need to have the components? No, right? Like the money value? I don't think so.
Yeah, that's kind of the thought that I had, but Phrank maybe could answer.
Sorry, what were you saying?
Do I need the components of a scroll spell?
No. That is a super good question.
I don't think you do.
I don't think you do either.
Because then that just defeats the point of a scroll.
Well, no, because it doesn't use a spell slot.
Okay, but
And
like
it doesn't have to be a spell that you have prepared. It just needs to be a spell that you can learn.
Okay.
Which I can.
No,
Okay.
you don't need the components. You don't need
Sweet.
the components.
Yeah, I'll be doing a funeral rite.
Because that's on your class, like, that's on your spell list, right?
Yep.
What level of a spell is it? First level? Okay.
Uno.
Okay.
Casting
Hold
time
on.
1 hour. Holy.
am I technically a young adult though?
You don't
Okay.
have to be funeral right. You touch one corpse, and for the next 7 days, the target can't become undead by any
Oh, I
means.
see.
You know, I'm also just casting it as like a. There's probably certain
The
things
young
that.
adult is the coming of age thing. I think you're.
It's the wedding. It's a different section.
Yeah.
Misread that.
I'm imagining when I cast a spell, there's certain like things that you do during like Gantash is doing all the different little things too for a funeral.
Mhm.
Like prayer and shit like that, and like blessing the grave and shit.
Now, out of RP, was there anything on Nunu that needed to be taken?
Well, he had his backpack.
We'll have his
and-
backpack.
Oh, so
We're
okay,
not
we
burying his backpack.
okay. I was gonna say I wasn't sure if that was on him. Okay,
I can link
I'm sure-
whatever I had. if
He's
anyone's
got like
curious.
potions and rope and stuff.
okay.
I have 100. I have
Be that
127.
guy.
I have 127 arrows. So
It's like Buru lays the body, throws a coin. Oh, wait a minute, you got some gold in there.
I do have some gold in there.
Oh my god.
You're
Okay.
a little hot on the mic, Ethan.
I'm sorry.
No worries.
Okay. I guess I am waiting for Gantash's command to cover the grave.
I'm just kind of in the zone, so I'll be once you're done, like I'll start doing what needs to be done for the
Oh, I'm done.
rite of the grave, and I'll start doing whatever needs to be. It's gonna take me an hour. I've probably been like 5 minutes into it, but that's kind of the.
Oh, so then I guess I'll cover the grave.
Well, like I'll help you or whatever, but like the whatever the casting is, whatever.
And while he's doing that, once the grave is covered, I will kneel and pray in contention of Gantash.
I would like to speak to Kevin.
Go ahead.
What did he do this time?
You know, man, he went on his own, and he was jumping around a lot, and
Kevin has a saddle on him, right?
He does, including
And
a
a pouch.
pouch underneath. Yeah.
I'm gonna start like unbuckling his saddle and stuff.
and I saw him jumping around, and I saw dragon. And I tried to rush over to him as soon as possible, man, and I didn't make it in time. I made it just in time to see both of him fly off. I wasn't there to save him. I failed him.
What of the cat?
Well, we were training at this very river, and my master, he was throwing food to the cat, and the cat wasn't able to catch it in time, so the cat deemed it as a failure. So he was distracted in his own self-pity.
Where is he now?
Dead.
Wait, the cat?
Was he with Nunu?
We both rushed to try to save him. I did not attack the dragon. I went right for Master's body, and Sir Slobberchops, in a fit of rage, attacked the dragon, and well, let's just say the dragon's still hungry after that. One second he's there. Next second, gone. Didn't even chew.
And what now for you? Where will you go?
Well, I'll be honest with you, Yoll. I don't know. I've always been by his side. Yeah. He's raised me since I was in an egg. I don't know anything else.
Well, you can stay with us as long as you want, but you bear no burden to go further than you will.
Kevin will bow his head. Thank you, Yoll. You've always been kind to me.
I'm, sorry for your loss.
And I'm sorry for yours as well. I'm very well aware that you two were long friends.
I have nothing else to say.
Kevin will lie down next to Nunu's grave. A single tear drops down his face.
While that conversation was going on, and while Gantash was getting ready to prepare a spell, and the grave just got covered.
I'm not preparing it. I'm in cast time.
Oh, okay. Well, while everyone's doing their own thing, I want to take the mushroom that I found, and I want to plant it on top of the soil on the grave. So I meant
A mushroom?
and, water it a little bit. Yeah, the mushroom.
Can you even plant a mushroom?
You could put it in the dirt. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to persuade it into
like,
the
they
soil.
The conditions are like kind of.
But they don't have like roots or anything. Like they don't. They're just
Bro,
like
I don't-
moisture masses.
I'm just gonna put it.
Are you telling him how to play his character?
Ooh.
No, I'm telling you the biology of mushrooms.
It's the world of D&D. Okay, relax.
I'm gonna. Like, I don't think anybody knows that where it is on me, but I'm just gonna take it off stealthily.
Get
In that
off.
sense,
You're wearing a
everyone's
mushroom?
distracted.
Oh, he's got a big head that he's gonna take off.
He's got it in his ear. Whoop, little quarter trick.
No, I have a mushroom attached to my skin somewhere.
I do
Yes.
too.
Oh,
Oh my god.
Bro, this guy got fucking.
Let's compare
you heard it,
mushrooms.
Dick Cheese now featuring Dick Mushrooms.
Dick mushrooms.
Oh god.
I'm a fun guy.
oh.
Okay, so the mushroom that you have has kind of like, over the time of you just kind of like wearing this thing on your skin, basically, has kind of receded into this like much shorter version of itself. It's this tiny, white, almost translucent mushroom. And you go and you kind of push it into the ground a little bit, and it just barely stands above the dirt. You pour your water over it, and so as you can see the dirt getting saturated, you can see this like almost instantly following the puddle. It's this like thin film of mycelium that just spreads out over top and just kind of sits on top of the dirt, and just as the water presses into the dirt, it follows it, and you can see the mycelium start to like grip the particles of dirt. Okay, and everybody's.
Do I see him do that? Obviously, I do, right?
Well, I think he like, if I'm not mistaken, he was trying to time that when you guys were doing stuff, but I don't know what you were doing exactly.
I was just kneeling in front of the grave.
Oh, okay. I
He
see.
was right there.
I'm performing a funeral.
Everybody else is busy except Buru.
Sure. Are you trying to do this like? I mean, you obviously do the water thing.
Me, like, taking it from off my body, so obviously that didn't look weird. You know, like me just plucking a mushroom off my skin and then showing Buru and then planting it. Me just, like, he'll probably just see me planting it. I wasn't trying to do that. That's stealthy.
But you're trying to not let him notice you pulling it off your skin, obviously.
Yeah, that's more.
Okay. I mean, Buru, are you like, you're kneeling? Are you attempting to be attentive to everybody?
I'm at least attentive to the grave in Gantash.
Okay.
So I do see him plant it?
Yeah, you would see him plant. You just wouldn't see him pluck it off his skin. And you see him water it.
Silas, what you're doing is noble. I assume, you know, this is your way of sending him off.
When we when we stopped on our way here, we stopped at a swamp, and Nunu was admiring the swamp, and so we took a keepsake. So I thought I should have it.
Yoll, don't you have something that could be planted as well?
Oh.
Now is not the time or place for that.
Okay. And I'm just gonna go back to stealing.
Stealing? You mean looking through his shit?
No, kneeling. He's kneeling.
Oh,
Kneeling,
kneeling. I thought you said
Kneeling.
stealing. Sorry.
Buru doesn't steal.
No, never.
I was an accomplice.
He doesn't steal, he loots. He kills people before he takes their stuff.
I need to hit the washroom. I also need to take 5 minutes to look at something.
Alright.
I'm gonna use the washroom. I'm gonna use
Wake
the washroom
time.
too.
Break time.
I'll be back.
I got a text from my brother that just says, "Ah, a shame that is." In response to a text that I sent him 1 month ago.
Interesting.
don't know what to do with this.
Leave him on red.
Yeah, motherfucker left me on red for a month.
There you go.
Now you wait 2 months.
Yeah, there you go.
I can't wait 2 months. It's his birthday in like a month and a bit.
Then you respond with happy birthday in a month and a bit.
Oh yeah, I'm ignoring it. 100% I'm ignoring it. It wasn't even a good text. I don't even care.
Yes.
Oh yeah. How's everyone doing?
Good.
Oh, I'm doing great.
Feeling alive and well?
Yep. Just you guys wait to see my new character. He starts with an antimatter rifle. 6d8 plus 4, bitches.
Hmm.
Frank, I sent you a couple messages.
I already read it.
Okay.
Yeah, I get fucked. Already read it.
Yeah, I already read it, and I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, it's quite simple, really.
Ratioed. Take the L.
I will.
It's okay. I think there's one person here holding the biggest L out of all of us. They know who they are.
Where's that?
They know who they are.
The biggest L?
Yeah.
You did earlier.
All right. Hey, True, check your Facebook. Check your Facebook message.
Check your Facebook.
Check your
I'm-
Discord. Check your Discord, True.
I did earlier while someone was RPing and I just fucking laughed to myself. I was like,
Check it again. Check it
no,
again. Oh, also, check your Snapchat.
Holy shit, what is happening?
Check your Twitter DMs.
This guy's going everywhere. This guy's going around the world.
Yep.
Must be a pretty important message.
Yep, it is. What else do I have you on? Facebook, Twitter, Discord, Instagram. I can DM you on Instagram.
Should send him a message on Telegram.
I don't have that. I don't know what that is. Can I send you a picture over TikTok? Let's see. Let's see. Don't think I can. You're lucky, bud. Okay, got it.
Am I lucky?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I got you.
Okay,
We're listening.
I'm good to go. All right.
So my new character is actually Toby, by the way. Yeah.
Fucking funny
I
would
would
that
never agree to that.
be? Teenage Toby.
I'd be lying if I said it didn't
You
occur
can
to me.
take Tarkon if you want.
No, I haven't even. Like I said, he starts with a fucking antimatter rifle. Bro.
Okay.
Ugh.
So, Yoll, are you done talking to Kevin?
He went to lay down.
I've
that's
been
right.
done, bro.
That's right. So I had to look something up feverishly. Even the internet didn't have it. Thank God I have books. Okay.
Ooh.
So, at this, the mood kind of low and solemn, and Tarkon just kind of turns to everybody and says, well, there's no reason to rush. We can go back and finish our meals so that you're full and ready. And perhaps more motivated than before to deal with this. I truly am sorry that this happened to you. I know the feeling all too well. And he stares into the river.
I don't
Fucking-
think waiting is wise.
No, I'm not waiting. I'm more motivated now than I'll ever be.
I have to finish the spell.
Yeah, it's an hour, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So Gantash is locked in a trance, and Tarkon sees that, and he says, well, if he's performing the funeral rites, it's going to be a little bit. We can wait, or I can take you inside. Whatever you prefer.
Should we go scout out the location and wait for Gantash? Or should we wait?
You remember what happened last time somebody traveled west by themselves?
I'm not saying I'm going by myself.
We won't be alone. Gantash will.
Here, at the castle.
Yeah, until he meets up with... No, we're go together or not
Wait,
at all.
Gantash is never alone. Torm is with them. Say that in like all serious tone.
We go together or not at all.
I wish Gantash heard that.
His arm just involuntarily goes...
Well, should we wait inside then? Or should we wait until he's done casting out here?
I'm tired of talking. I'm going for a walk. I'm gonna go for a walk.
Cool.
Okay. The area in front of you is pretty sparsely decorated with trees and things like that. And if at any point you turn back, you can actually see the kind of, from a distance, you can see the shimmer of illusion when you get even just 50 feet out that you wouldn't have seen before because you were behind the illusion. You can see it basically as like a half of a dome facing towards the west.
I'm just gonna walk along the river to make sure I don't get lost.
Yeah. Fair enough. Is there anybody else doing anything?
I'm just gonna wait for Gantash.
Okay.
I'll wait as well.
My boys.
Actually,
Oh, never mind.
check.
I take it back. I take it back.
Maybe?
My boy.
Just the one, okay.
I'm gonna go check with Traxagor. See how he's doing.
Okay.
Alright, I'd like to eat the mushroom that was planted. I'm kidding. I don't want to die.
Cast
Just
Speak with
imagine
Dead
Buru's
again.
like,
Yeah, cast Speak with Dead again. Don't ask him any questions, being like, you fucking idiot.
I just come out of a trance.
The spell.
I come out of a trance, everyone's gone, and Buru's just like dead on the fucking grave.
falling from the mountain.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, Silas, you can climb your way back up the
Okay.
rock face. It's not super steep. Okay, and you can make your way back inside. I'll just drag you in.
Yeah, thank you.
And actually, sorry, he's back up here. His little cup of soup that he was drinking just rests empty on the countertop there. And you can see him, arms up. The big globe has reformed, and he's just scanning through. You can see the land just passing through like images on a screen, just zipping through.
Nobody in here knows what happened. Like Toby and Dark and
No.
Traxagor.
No, and in fact, when you come through, Toby just kind of peeks up at you and just says, "Oh, everything good?"
No, not really. I guess our friend Nunu decided to go out west, and he met the dragon you guys were talking about, and unfortunately he did not make it.
slowly like stands up, gets out of his chair. He's actually shorter standing on the ground than he was when he was sitting. And he just holds his hand to his symbol of tear on his chest. Says, loss is something that I know very well, even though I'm as young as I am. I've been through a lot, and I truly am sorry that you lost your friend. I've only heard of this dragon. Tarkon dealt with it before I ever came across him, but I'm sorry.
Well, thank you. And also thank you for your hospitality. Everyone else, Gantash is just saying a prayer for Nunu right now, so I thought I'd come check in on everything.
Well, I'll say a prayer to myself too. In fact, I'll do that right now. And he just like kind of heads up through the castle.
In fact, I'll do that right now. A prayer. Anyway.
And these other two just kind of like, quietly just kind of put their heads down. Just bow their heads in respect.
Yeah. I'm just gonna go in here and look at the landscapes and just ask him how it's coming along. How much longer?
Well, I think my predictions earlier were probably correct. This is a lot of land, and in fact, I think I keep looping back over, and I've seen places before, but that's just the way the ground works down there. So, I'm on pace.
Well, like you've probably heard, you could probably take your time. We're gonna go deal with this dragon. I don't know if you heard me in the other room, but we found we found Nunu, and he was slain by the dragon.
Vicious death. Dragons don't have a lot of mercy. I'm sorry. And he's just still zipping through the screen.
I'm sure it'll be a lot easier killing the dragon after Nunu fought it.
You might be right. Maybe that will be the last of his legacy, to leave you with an easier task.
Well, I'll leave you to it.
Yes. Should be no time now. Just a few more hours, maybe. And he's just fiddling through.
Yeah.
Okay. You're just chilling in the castle then?
I'll go back out. I just wanted to let them know what has happened.
Okay. At this, so Yoll, you've kind of gone off for your walk here. Buru, what are you doing?
I'm still hanging out with Gantash, just watching him snooze.
Okay.
I ain't snoozing, bro. I'm just.
Actually, I'm studying Gantash.
Okay. So you're like dialed into him.
Yeah.
Okay. Then what you may not be noticing is that the the mushroom that was planted in the little layer of mycelium, he's actually started sprouting smaller mushrooms, and the original one is actually growing a couple of inches. And the smaller ones are all just popping up, just the little heads are starting to form. Just behind you, if you're watching Gantash. And they're slowly starting to spread. 10, 15, 20 of these things start popping up. And the mycelium layer also just spreads out and follows the soft dirt that you guys carved up. Silas, when you get back, you see Buru kind of just watching over Gantash. Gantash well in his casting, his ritual, or well, basically like a ritual cast, casting his spell with his scroll. But you do notice it because you're coming down the hill here. Rhea just kind of chilling up against the rock. Kevin just kind of sulking off near that tree. But you do notice there's significantly more mushrooms that have just climbed out of the ground.
Not gonna say anything.
Okay.
Gonna notice it and kind of keep to myself.
As you kind of stand around watching this, actually I forgot to send Tarkon in here. As you kind of stand around watching this, Buru dialed in. This effect just keeps happening. Goes out and out and out until it covers the entirety of the top of this small grave that's been carved out. It kind of stops at the edges.
Okay, so obviously I noticed that.
Sure.
What would Buru's reaction be to seeing a mushroom that was planted and just spread on his grave?
Into hundreds of other little mushrooms.
Yeah, you're well into the hundreds. After, like, I'll call it like a half an hour has passed.
I'm going to see the mushrooms, like be shocked, then back up, and then pray to Torm. Because I'm seeing Gantash pray, and I think it's Gantash doing this, so I'm gonna pray to Torm.
Okay.
I'm gonna be like, I'm like seeing a miracle in front of me. That's what Buru's seeing.
Okay. And so if you begin to pray, and you guys can stop me if anybody changes anything they're doing. The mushrooms grow up, they sprout. Once they've taken up the entire area of the soft dirt that's been dug up, they start to grow taller. So instead of spreading outward, they start growing taller. They grow up. After about 45 minutes, these things have grown and they're about a foot tall. And after, not too long after that, sorry, go ahead.
I said Jesus. Sorry.
It's a haircut.
Not Jesus.
Not too long after that, the first one that was planted actually grows up 3 feet, and it thickens this solid white, no longer translucent mushroom. And you can see the dirt start to shift at the base of the mushroom. And the ground starts shifting. The mushrooms start kind of pushing around and moving. Seems indiscriminately, but right beside the tall, thick mushroom, you actually see the ground shifts and pushes up this mound of dirt covered in mushrooms. And from it, a hand emerges. And his hand looks very much like Nunu's, but it is covered in white, thick veins. And from the mound, the mushrooms clear away, and laying in a fetal position is a reformed Nunu with a massive scar up from his groin where he was separated, and the veins kind of centered around that area spread out and crawl across his face, and his left eye is now a glistening white, and both eyes are wide open.
Even, I'm just out of RP. Even with the spell that's being casted, this is happening.
It's not cast right now.
Oh, what the fuck? My reaction to seeing that. What the
But Gantash is still doing it.
Yeah.
A witch. Burn it.
fuck is my reaction? Okay, can you describe this reanimated Nunu? Okay, well, actually, just re-describe it, because...
So he is basically the same Nunu. The primary difference is there is a stark discoloration of the veins that are running through his body, and you can see there's this like thick white scarring, and it's like a veiny texture that's crawling up from his hip all the way across his face, down his leg, and up across his fingers.
And one of his eye is white, you said?
One of his eyes is totally white. Like it's like one of the veins
Left
crawled
eye.
up and went into his eye, and his eye is just like a pearl.
Is
Okay.
he oozing poison goop again?
Nope. He's just laying there in the fetal position.
I'm gonna freak out. And call Yoll's name.
Okay.
Because I know he's close by.
Well, it's been 45 minutes, so I don't know
I'm
if
just
you'll...
kind of wandering. Like, I'm not going anywhere in particular.
Okay.
Like,
Well, I'm gonna
just
yell
killing
Yoll's
time
name,
trying
and
to
I'm
be-
actually going to draw my weapon.
Okay.
'Cause I don't know what's in front of me.
Sure.
Yeah.
And then I'm actually, while I do that, I'm gonna get in front of Gantash.
Okay.
I'm just in the zone, bro. Spitting bars.
He's thinking bars.
But do we think I hear that? Probably, right? Like, I'm not going.
Yeah, I mean, if you're
okay,
just
go ahead,
wandering
we're
up and
yelling.
down, you're not going too far, which you have reason not to, obviously. Yeah, you would have heard that.
And is Silas just like right there? Like being a creep?
No, well, I was gonna say when you yell for Yoll and he's on his way or whatever, that I would.
You would scurry on too? Okay.
No, I'm not
Like
scared.
you-
Not. I would when you drew your weapon. I was gonna like react and be like,
Okay.
"It's okay, Buru. It's okay."
What do you mean it's okay? Do you know what this is?
This mushroom I got from where I woke up. And now I think it had something to do with making me like how I am right now. Making me the way that I am. And so I thought it might be able to help Nunu as well.
Well, that certainly looks like Nunu, but there's a difference.
I mean, there was a difference in me before it happened to me. I didn't look like this. But I'm still, I'm still Silas.
Silas.
I don't think you'll need that weapon.
I don't know what's happening, but I don't agree with reanimating the dead.
He's not dead.
Well,
He was. I'm playing as though Yoll has come back into you.
Just a DM question.
Yep.
The body grew, or is it? No, sorry. No, you said the hand came out.
It was pushed up by the mushrooms, it sounds like.
It was pushed up. It was pushed up.
There's no longer a corpse that was buried. I thought it was like a mushroom that just like, I thought the corpse is underneath and there's a new body above. Okay, so the corpse is now this thing.
In fetal position.
In fetal position, yeah. The significant difference from when you put it in there is that the leg is attached. But where it's attached across that line, that's kind of where it looks like all of the, basically all of that scarring and vein is coming from. And it doesn't look quite like I say vein. It doesn't exactly look like veins. It's the closest thing though that you could kind of associate it to. It's just this creeping across or like underneath the skin that it creeps across his entire body, and it seems to be emanating from that where that wound was.
I have a response to Silas while no one else is technically here.
Okay.
Silas, if this turns out to be an abomination, I will kill it. I will hold you responsible.
I think you'll find that he will be exactly how we left him. I don't think anything will change except his appearance, just like it did with me. I don't know what forces are at play necessarily. I had a thought this might bring him back like it did myself.
Then you know you are responsible for this. You must see it through.
You should not play with things what you do not understand. The dead should stay dead.
Maybe. In that case, I wouldn't be here. And if that's true, Elturel should stay dead too then.
Ooh, thank God I'm still in the
Did
zone.
he actually say that?
No.
Thank God. Well, you can't, bro. You can't say something and then say, "Nope, I didn't say that." You can't fucking do that. You can't fucking do that.
All right, I did say that then.
You
Okay.
did?
Yep.
Elturel is not dead.
Am I in the zone, DM? Am I still casting time? Be careful what you say.
You know,
What is
Are you about to get
reaction
old
to
man
this?
smacked,
So-
bro?
so
Mace to the head.
just one sec. I want to make
I want to
sure.
grapple from that response.
Okay.
I want to grapple him and then cannonball.
I'm
Actually,
just gonna hold him hostage for now because I don't know what the fuck is going on.
And I'm just
You
gonna
want Nunu or Silas?
me,
Silas.
and I'm just gonna when he's grappling me, I'm just gonna be like, I'm just trying to save a friend, Buru.
Your words and your intentions don't align.
Oh, he's telling me the dead shouldn't be brought back to life. That would mean I would die. Of course I'm gonna get upset with him.
Well, I didn't say that.
I know, but that's why I said that.
Oh my fucking god. Okay, I'm just gonna fucking stand. I'm gonna retcon that grapple him. I'm just gonna stand there, just completely clueless.
Simo, I'm just trying to find for you. It's actually not something that's I don't think many people talk about, but if you're able to take in your senses still while you're casting.
Silas just erupts in flames.
Yeah, I'd like to spit on him and then throw my alchemist fire.
Toss it up in the air. Gantash's eyes roll back in his head.
I know you're looking for an answer, but if we've played it as if my senses aren't there, we should just keep playing it like that.
100%. Yeah.
It just makes
I'm
the most
just looking
sense
for
because I would have
100%.
reacted to certain things that Buru did.
Yeah, a lot of things. Yeah.
Yeah, and that one
Yeah,
too.
no.
That big one, that fucking huge one, that little huge.
Yeah, that one where he's like,
massive-
Elturel is dead. It's not dead, you fucking idiot. It was sold. It's not fucking dead.
The people are.
it's dead soul.
Not necessarily. That's why the fuck we're going down there.
To undead it.
Okay, moving on.
No,
Does-
it's not
does
dead.
Yoll-
You can't
does
undead
Yoll-
something that's not dead.
Does Yoll arrive yet?
Yeah, I'm back. I've
Oh,
been
he's
back.
been here for a
He's-
while.
yeah,
He's been
he's-
actually talking to you.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah.
Yoll.
Easy.
I don't know what I'm looking at. I'm gonna look at Nunu. This thing that I think is Nunu. Now, what's Yoll's reaction to seeing it?
Well, he's already said. He said like the dead
Yeah, I've
shouldn't be
already
messed
said-
with.
Oh,
Yeah. The dead should stay dead.
Yeah.
You're messing with magic you don't understand.
alright. Go and reckless attack Silas. I got you.
I I will take responsibility. This is my doing, obviously. I'm just, trying to save a friend. If it saved me, how bad could it be?
I'm gonna look at him like not mad, but like stern, like a disappointed parent. And be like, very bad. I know a certain someone who saved Elturel. And how did that go?
He's a crispy nugget now. He's a dinosaur nugget.
What's done is done.
Yeah, I accept responsibility for whatever happens.
No one gives a fuck that you accept responsibility. This isn't your decision to make.
Made it.
I'm actually gonna push Silas forward. Well, do something then.
To Nunu?
Oh my god, you spawned this thing and you're not gonna do anything. You surely have a reaction.
He's like, guys, I planted a mushroom. Like,
Yeah.
why am I not getting high fives?
Why am I? Yeah, exactly. Now do something with it.
I'm just as surprised as you guys. I had a
me-
feeling it would work.
Me and Yoll both agree the dead should not be messed with.
Oh, I got my reaction
Further.
ready. Once I come
And
to.
further, you're a fool for not consulting.
I'm gonna kneel down beside Nunu and just put my hand on him. See if I can feel heartbeat or warmth or
Do you have a heartbeat or warmth?
that is true. But see if he seems alive, I guess. Or like shake him,
So as you're doing that, Rhea steps up beside you and says, just like as you're reaching forward, she doesn't stop you. She just says, Silas, what kind of magics have you been playing with? And when you reach forward and you touch Nunu to check on him, Nunu comes to, and like in a panic, you can see he like pounces out, rolls onto the ground, goes to like inhale to like catch his breath, and you don't hear a gasp, you don't hear the normal coughing or anything like that. He just kind of like holds his throat as though he's choking, and then slowly starts like not freaking out anymore. And he looks horrific. It's not like a cool, look. It is horrifying what he looks like standing up in front of you.
Visual purposes, is he naked? Do we see his little grung wiener? Is he freaking out?
You would have laid him down in the clothes he was wearing, I would imagine, unless
Unless
Buru.
you stripped him
That's
down.
that's
before
on
laid
you,
him.
dude. That's on you.
around?
Is he naked?
No, he would have. No. He would not. Out of respect for his dead corpse, he would not have been naked.
A little crazy frog pee-pee.
Bing, bing. He gets
Hit the distance.
In the
Fucking
final
Kevin's
moment-
flying. I'm just kidding.
As this is happening, by the way, in the final moments, you can see this like light coming from Gantash's hands as the spell that he's casting is starting to come to an end. He's in the final kind of moments of casting this spell that disables the body from being reanimated, which many of you would be aware of.
So I can like do something
we-
now, right?
Almost.
Almost.
We
okay.
do. I'm gonna turn to Yoll and Buru and be like, "Well, we do have a choice. This is time for that choice. If Gantash finishes that spell, Nunu will not be. Nunu will lay to rest.
Nunu, you're obviously conscious.
What the fuck have you done? Oh my god.
So I'm conscious.
Yeah, and you hear all this. You're just not breathing. It's a very strange sensation for you. And you've obviously heard what was just said, and Gantash is like radiating now, this light coming from his hands.
We don't have much time. Make your choice, Yoll.
You make your choice, Silas!
I already did.
Then you stop Gantash if you want this. And I'll just wave to Nunu. Like, I'll raise my... I still have my weapon out, facing him. I'll just...
What? Just like hi. Yoll?
So many math equations going through his head right now.
No, his response is what you're seeing in the webcam.
Oh,
that's
that's
his
a damn thing.
response. That's his
Yeah.
response.
Oh,
No.
Ice cold, baby. That's how I like my
Yoll is
turtles.
Furious.
I'm gonna start. I'm gonna cast the spell.
Okay. Oh.
Remember, I have my weapon and shield out. I just wanted you to know that.
You took counterspell, bro.
What the fuck?
Bro, what happened in this session? Speak with Dead and counterspelled a level 1
Wait, no, I don't-
scroll.
No, I don't have counters.
No, not you. Look at
I
chat. Look at
Oh,
chat.
yeah.
He just cast the counterspell on me.
And that's it. And that's it. You don't even have to roll for it.
Wow.
Let me
So
come to.
Gantash-
Let me come to. Let me fucking come to. Let me come to. Let me come to, baby.
Alright, someone play the silence noise from WoW.
So you. So actually, Silas, I'd like you to describe how you cast this spell. It's obviously a tattoo.
I'm just going to, after asking Yoll for his choice and him looking very angrily at me and disappointed, I'm just gonna reach on my arm and just grab the spell, look at Nunu, and and then just look at Gantash in a trance and just, just kind of just send it to him, or however it works.
A little butterfly just flies around, lands on his nose, poof, countered.
It tickles his nose, and oh, it's gone.
Yeah. Ooh, distracted. Sneezes.
It's like a little frog jumping around, and then it touches him. Yeah.
The light emanating from Gantash, from his necklace, from his hands, constantly getting brighter, and then Silas just, with a wave of the hand, just the light shuts off. And Gantash, you come to knowing that you've been counterspelled. Like, you know that took place.
This old man's gonna beat my ass.
So
I'm gonna fucking hold you down while it happens.
What does Gantash react to? The counterspell first, or the fucking animated body in front of him?
No, I already have. I've had my reaction ready for a very long time. So he comes to, definitely a little bit more aggressively than I guess he imagined. He looks around, and then looks at Silas, and then looks back at the scroll, and then looks at Nunu, and just and then back at Silas. What? 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 How?
I just want to clarify.
Somebody say something.
The scroll burns away, by the way, when you use it.
Oh,
so
well.
It's gone. Yeah.
Well, then he'll look at his hands. Whatever. He'll look at his hands.
Quick question. So, am I missing a leg then?
No,
Oh, you have a leg.
it's attached.
You used to have a big scar.
Did you not listen to the description of your own character? You just got a big-
I thought I missed it.
It's attached.
Also, you can react to Nunu.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, I'm very well aware, but I'm trying to comprehend what the fuck.
Okay.
Somebody say something.
I am not.
Magic has been dealt, and
I could see that.
Nunu stands before you, I think, and Silas is responsible.
Silas?
I want to look at Silas and say, "Is this true? Did you save me? Did you bring me back from the death?"
You better start explaining yourself, Silas.
When we were on our way here, me and Nunu stopped at a forest where, and that's where I remember waking up and looking this way and being different. And if you remember, Nunu, there were mushrooms growing all around.
And they almost killed you.
And it occurred to me that these mushrooms might have had a part in bringing me back. And so I kept one. And I planted it on Nunu's grave when you started casting this spell.
Let me see if I got this. So, the same mushrooms that tried to kill you that I saved you, you decided to grab one.
They weren't trying to kill me, Nunu.
Looked like they were trying to. They were enveloping your entire body.
It was more of an embrace.
I didn't get a lot of hugs from my parents. But
And you
that
won't
did
get
look
any
like
more looking like that.
That is the Yollest line of all fucking time.
want to look at my hands and my different skin tone now and veins. And I want to rush over to the river and look at my reflection.
Okay.
And see this monster in front of me.
Yeah,
Immediately look at charge at Silas. I want to tackle him. Attempt to tackle him.
Okay.
With your grung wiener out.
No,
Okay, actually,
he's in clothes.
this doesn't change my action, but do I not secrete Grung poison anymore?
Not right now.
Like, it doesn't change my action nonetheless. I'm now curious.
Mhm.
Okay, yeah, I want to attempt to tackle Silas.
Oh. I'm
What
just
do you
gonna
do?
let it happen.
Okay. So you tackle him.
I want to punch him in the face. Unarmed strike.
You let that happen too?
I am.
Yeah, I'm not doing fucking anything. I'm mad as a fucking player, let alone a character.
I'll give him a punch.
You're gonna let him have it?
You said
Well,
punch. You said one.
I'll roll damage.
You don't. It's just 1 damage.
Oh, it's not. Actually, it's not. It's,
What? What?
my strength is so bad. I do 0 damage.
He just rolled and it was
Half of
0.
your sentences are being cut off, Ethan.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
what the
got cut
fuck? My unarmed strike does 0 damage.
No, I think it does 1. It's a minimum
doesn't.
of 1.
No, it's not. When you have -3 strength, I rolled on
1
D&D.
plus your strength modifier. On a
Oh.
hit, an unarmed strike deals bludgeoning damage equal to 1 plus your strength modifier.
I thought it was to a minimum of 1, but okay. So it's basically it's like similar to Lulu feeling like a stress ball. This feels like an even squishier stress ball, just kind of like limp wristed, just crashing into your face.
The ugliest stress ball you've ever seen.
What did you do to me, Silas? Look at me.
While it's happening, I want to put my weapons away, but both hands, like while he's fighting like Silas, put my hands around like Nunu, like, child, is it really you?
I'm not even paying attention. I am in a fit of rage right now. I look like a fucking abomination. I want to continue to
That noodle.
unarmed strike. Yeah, I want to continue to unarmed strike because like I don't realize it's doing no damage, right? Like
Yeah,
I
you're just hitting
think
him.
yeah, I'm fucking furious. I want to hit him.
Yeah.
Turn me into a fucking monster. Essentially.
I brought you back, Nunu.
Did you know I was gonna look like this?
I had a feeling it might make you look different. I mean, I didn't look like this before it happened to me.
I'm waiting for Kevin to cut off Silas's head. There should be a reaction from Kevin from this.
I mean, his master is
True.
alive.
That's
Kevin-
not fucking alive.
Yeah. I am.
Walking and talking.
I'm gonna get off of Silas, and am I technically still wielding my bow, or did anybody take that off?
I mean,
it
it's
would have taken all of your stuff.
yeah. He took your stuff.
Like
They all
sitting
took
under
your
a
stuff.
tree. Like you were buried. We might have buried you with your bow, but not with your arrows.
I need to know. I don't need an arrow. I want to know if the bow's there.
I don't know. Did you take the bow?
Buru would have taken everything.
A no bow. Buru's
I
got a bow.
guess. Yeah, I have the bag on my back.
Do I see that?
Buru has everything. We'll just play it
Yeah,
that way.
It's not like he's hiding it.
Buru, give me my bow.
How do I react to this? So I'm
gonna say it again, but louder and more of an
Just
aggressive
trying to
manner.
think what Buru would think
You
right
trying
now.
to
'cause-
intimidate a fucking minotaur?
Yeah, I'll just smack you with the mace I have.
Yeah, unarmed strike plus 5 strength. Yeah. Boom.
It is plus 5. It actually is plus 5, by the way.
A lucky guess.
I'm gonna grab it out. Nunu, is this really you though? Say something.
Give me my bow. I will not be asking again.
I'm gonna give him the bow, but there's no arrows.
I want to take the bow and smack Silas with it. Like just baseball bat to his head.
Okay, Silas, do you let this happen?
I'm gonna try and block it
Okay.
with a hand or something. The arm.
Okay. So, Nunu, give me a roll to hit with a strength roll modifier. You're swinging a weapon, so.
I don't get to roll with my longbow.
No, what the fuck?
That would be fucked.
Yeah. So Silas is just kind of like, you swing it at him and he just kind of like hits it away with his forearm.
You were dead. Would you have rather stayed dead? I brought you back.
But how much of me did you bring back, Silas? Look at me.
I'm here. There's nothing missing off me.
Well,
You got your
obviously,
leg back.
I'm gonna nudge.
There is something different, Silas. Because I've just come to realize that you're not the same person that you were when I knew you. And you never will be.
Yo, we're straight up discriminating on the undead right now.
the undead's fighting amongst themselves. Everybody hates the undead. Whoa, it's a great time to be us right now.
Back to the Undercity with you fuckers.
Gantash, maybe you didn't know me as well as you thought you did, because I've always been the same person. Nothing has changed. Even after what happened to me.
And you expect me to believe that? With Nunu, do you see his reaction? Do you see what you've done? I hope now.
I was saving a friend.
You are messing
Are
with
you not-
magics you don't understand.
Yes,
That's true, but
exactly.
Perhaps
Yoll.
You are making a decision that you have no right to make.
Did you ask Kevin for permission, or Sir Slobberchops?
So what?
Where are they?
I'm not it. Well, Kevin's right there. I'm not.
Yeah,
answering
Kevin's right there.
the Question though.
Oh. So wait, where's Sir?
So-
Where's Sir?
So right when he
Slobberchops
says
at?
that, I'm gonna realize it's actually like Buru as a character will realize like, oh, this is Nunu, and what's gonna happen is I'm gonna shove him off the grave and stick my hand in the grave to grab the coin I left.
Oh,
Oh, it is him. Perfect. Give me that big that coin, boy.
bro, yeah, that's passive
Buru,
income,
dude.
bro. That's passive
Buru,
income.
dude. Holy
Well, he just
fuck.
turned that one gold into two because I tossed one in there too, and
Yeah,
I'm
there's
totally
two
not
coins in
fishing it
there.
out.
Yeah, so
Well,
you-
I'm
So you start fishing again. It's not a huge grave, so you're able to fish your arm in there, just like shove some of the loose dirt out of the way. Some of it's wet from the water that was poured in earlier from Silas at the bottom of the grave too, and you pull out these two like fairly muddy gold coins.
and I'm gonna toss one to Yoll.
I don't even like reach my hand to catch it.
Just hits you.
Like I'm disgusted. I'm like, what the fuck? Now?
Then I'm
Over a
gonna-
fucking gold?
Then I'm gonna give the one gold coin. Hey, this is yours, Nunu. I gave this to you in your previous life.
I'm going to ignore Buru and walk over to Kevin.
I just want to say to Gantash and the gang as well, whatever the consequences may be, we have Nunu back. I would do the same for any of you, even if you didn't want it done.
If you ever do this to me, I will kill you and then kill myself.
Well, I'll take you off the list, DNR.
Disrespectful.
Well, I want to, as he says that, I'm going to cast Mold Earth cantrip. I'm going to take I'm going to take the dirt that's right underneath Silas.
Mhm.
It says you can turn an area of loose earth. I'm just going to display it. It's the
It's
top.
rough terrain. Rough terrain, bitch.
Nope. top one. I'm just going to throw The
Oh.
top
Throw
one.
It can't cause damage, but
It doesn't cause damage. I'm gonna drop the dirt on top of him.
and we don't got prestidigitation, big.
Nope.
I do.
Silas, I'd recommend you shutting your mouth now before things get even worse.
Nunu, I can send you back to where you were before.
You stopped
Give me
him
the
from
word.
sending him back where he was.
I asked the group what I should do.
Are you daft
There
or
was
just
still
dumb?
time. There was still time.
I'm gonna look at the group. Did he ask permission to bring me back? Which one of you did he ask? And which one of you said yes?
I was in a trance. No.
He did not ask. There was no one to ask. You cannot ask for permission to bring someone who is dead.
Thank you, Yoll. Silas, how the fuck am I gonna run a business looking like this? I'm ruined.
That is something you would say.
Really
You fucked me. You fucked me, Silas. You fucked me harder than I've fucked some of the people that I've dealt with in terms of my business. Okay? And I run a pretty shady business. I should know. Yoll can back me up. Probably won't right now, but Yoll would back me up if I wasn't looking like a monstrosity
At least,
from Avernus.
at least,
At least I'm gonna fit in when I go down there. if I still want to go down there.
At your business, Nunu.
A second chance? Look at me, Silas. Look at me right now.
Go
Look at
back
me
and
in
talk
your
to that
fucking eyes.
dragon
And you
that you
tell
met.
me how a salesman looking like this is supposed to make a sale.
Go back and trying to defeat that dragon.
Buru. Would you buy something from someone that looked like me?
So he looks at. I mean, I'm gonna avoid eye contact.
In the midst of all this, Rhea kind of chimes in and she says, you know, Silas, I wouldn't want to be on that list of people that you bring back either. However, there are some pressing matters, and Nunu, if this is so important to you, Silas is actually right. You can turn this back around. You can go back. You can fight that thing again. So you can count this as a blessing, or you can count this as a curse. But either way, I'm done with the squabbling.
I wonder which of the 9 heavens would see this as a blessing.
If you're asking me whether or not I want to be alive or dead again, whether or not I can even call what I am right now alive, difficult question to ask somebody, especially in this state.
Well, you'll have time to think about it while we exact your revenge. We have things to do.
Before I make one step further, I want to look at Kevin and the group. Where's Sir Slobberchops at?
And at that, I'm gonna drop his bag and I'm gonna attempt to climb this rock.
Okay.
Yoll,
Rhea follows you.
where's Slobberchops?
I have not seen, but we believe he's dead.
At this, Nunu is just gonna fall into the ground. Just plop on the ground and stare at his once grave.
You can't help but notice that if this is a sad emotion, there's no semblance of tears. You know, you can feel that you literally can't cry, even if you wanted to.
Holy fuck! I want to pull up my dagger.
Okay.
Want to walk up to Kevin.
Mhm.
I'm gonna lean into his head and whisper into his ear. Sorry, I'm gonna also use my
Your gift.
speak with animals spell.
Oh, is it an instant?
You can. I'm not ritual
cast
casting
it as an instant.
Oh, okay.
I'm not
I can
ritual
only
casting.
ritual cast it, but he can cast it like a regular guy.
Sure.
I'm gonna whisper into Kevin's ear and say, "Do not go gentle into that good night." And I want to slit his throat.
This is bro. I thought we were just gonna fucking go into a portal, fucking see the undead, bro. Like this is an episode.
Less dead.
I noticed that too. I think that's a new feature.
That's so horrible.
Kevin adds dead to his stats. No, so Kevin in a really gruesome scene, just
Don't
you know,
describe it.
kind of as you like lean in, he like smiles. He's like so happy to see you again. And you say what you say, and this kind of like just this like brief look of confusion meets his face, and everyone but Nunu recognizes it because Nunu's kind of head down into him, and then he just quick lash across the throat, and he's like screams and like backs up and flails around, and this blood just squirts everywhere, and he's like so concerned, and this like look of sadness and comes over his face as he slowly just loses control of his body and just flops down on the ground, wings spread out, and he like looks up with this last look of undying companionship with Nunu.
Don't,
And
bro.
and Kevin does actually release a tear before just the quiver of the bottom part of his beak, and just lies dead, eyes open. Tear rolls down off the end of the beak, or the kind of rolls down across his face.
I want to cover. I want to close Kevin's eyelids.
Mhm.
Stand up and look at the group, what's left of it, and say, one thing, be a failure. And it's another to let your friends die in front of you. And Kevin did neither. I'm gonna drop the dagger and walk toward the vessel.
Gantash shakes his head and makes his way up. Shakes his head at Silas and makes his way up.
That was probably the hardest thing I've ever had to do. I need that to be like I need like a moment actually. I'll be honest. Fucking goddamn pterodon, emotionally attached to it.
What is on your hand, Silas?
Is everyone? Oh, wait, what?
Yeah, so everyone's left. And I want to describe the scene for you here, Silas. So you've kind of been left in this like silent area with Kevin having bled out, eyes open.
No,
And
his
this-
eyes are closed. I closed them.
Oh, you closed them, sorry. Eyes closed. And you can see this much smaller, almost looks like a baby, you know, form in this fetal position, almost identical to the one that you were laying down in literally earlier this day. And the mushrooms grow, and the ones on the outer edge start leaning closer towards Kevin. Still a good distance away, so about 10 feet away, but you can see that they're leaning.
I'd like to kind of just put my hand towards, like, touch them with my hand.
Mhm.
Like, kneel down and brush my hand up against them.
And you just feel this You don't know if you actually hear it, anything or not, but you just kind of have this like memory of this voice in your head. It just says spread the spore. It's just a whisper in your head, this slightly deeper toned female voice. And just like a memory. But the mushrooms are not really paying much attention to you. It's like you're petting a cat. You feel very comfortable. But they're pretty, they're just doing what they're doing.
Just gonna make my way back.
That.
Yep.
Okay. Okay.
Can I
I
go?
believe we have a dragon to kill. And I'm gonna start walking west.
I'm going right.
What's that?
I'm going. I want to go right to the castle, and I'll tell the group that I want to speak to Traxagor.
I'll join.
And,
I'll join Yoll.
Okay. Rhea follows behind with you guys. She seems very just, it's like the emotions have just overwhelmed her. And so she's just kind of staying focused.
Is
getting
it
her head
possible,
on
like,
task.
before we completely separate, I'll just shout back to them? So I obviously remember the battle against the dragon.
Yes.
I'm just gonna say,
Though it is foggy, by the way, you don't actually remember everything.
do I remember the Briar, Florence?
Roll a history check.
That would be a 4. 3 plus 1.
No.
Okie dokie. All right, I'm walking right to Traxador.
Okay. So you've told the group that you're doing this?
Mhm.
Okay. By the way, I have this owl token. I assume it's been with you the whole time?
Yeah, I
Okay.
just can't move it.
Sure. Okay. Okay, so
Follow the rest.
I'm
of
gonna ask Rhea to come up with me because I want to talk to her.
Buru?
I'm gonna go in the castle.
You're gonna go with Nunu?
Actually, yeah.
Okay.
Is he covered in blood? Do I actually notice anything different? Because obviously I was not. Okay.
I mean, he looks way different. Really, the only thing
He
that's
means
the
from
same.
the blood from Kevin.
Kevin.
Oh, from Kevin. Oh yeah, 100%.
So, I'm assuming Nunu and his little feet scurry past me.
I mean, if he's
I am headstrong right to the castle.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going right to Traxagor. Fuck, I did it now.
That's the other thing the mushroom gave you, you know?
I guess.
No, I get that.
It's not lemon.
Oh my god.
Can I I want to go back to the dagger and stab
Oh
in
my
my heart.
God.
No, I'm kidding. Okay, yeah, I
There's
just want...
literally an ongoing meme that could happen for Lemon for life. For real life.
Don't eat those mushrooms.
What, that he can't speak correctly, and he also
No,
lacks
if
any
Lemon
ability
fed
to
us
have
something-
any foresight?
If Lemon fed us something, we could pretend to, to be like Lemon in
Hmm.
some way. Okay, if I see the blood and I see Nunu run past, I am actually gonna go back towards the group.
Okay.
And I am going to stop in my tracks when I see Gantash and Silas.
We're walking, like we're marching with Yoll. Like he
Oh.
started marching west, so you're gonna have to like jog to catch up to us.
Oh, you guys. Oh, okay.
Yeah, like we're going to the
on our way
drag.
to go find the dragon.
Oh shit. I guess if I backtrack and I see that, I'm actually gonna run to you now. And I would, in this case, go to, try to follow Nunu.
Okay. So Nunu's, he's like he said, headstrong going. So I'm gonna follow Nunu Buru here first. So go ahead. I assume you're just gonna march on past.
Yep. Ignoring everybody until I see Traxador.
And they are just gonna stare at you as you walk in, and they're just gonna go, Oh, is that just for the stream?
Yeah.
Okay. And without even looking at you, he just hears you guys enter. He says, "Oh, again, I'm so sorry about your friend. I'm still looking."
We'll stop looking.
And he just pulls his hands down. The orb just like dissolves and like almost like dust or sand. It just kind of crumples apart, and this like purple sand hits the floor on his little pedestal that he's standing on, and just bounces off. And he looks at you.
Can you fix this?
And he just staying up on his pedestal, kind of like moves closer, like scurries closer, grips the edge, looks at you very closely. I don't even think this is magic. This is something else.
What is it?
Did your friend revivify you? And something went wrong?
No. And what happened was, as I laid Nunu to rest and we covered the corpse, a mushroom was planted on top of his grave.
A mushroom?
They're still out back. If you need one.
I'll take a look. And he just says, but I am going to have to do this at a later time if you are to make your way into Avernus anytime soon.
Looking like this? Yeah, sure, I'd fit in.
You might fit in better, actually.
All I need to know is if this is reversible.
I can't give you an answer for that right now, but I will certainly take a look. This is definitely not something I have seen before, especially not by means of a mushroom. One mushroom. Or many, for that matter. This really doesn't make any sense.
Then you have questions for Silas. Traxador.
Silas?
He is the one who planted the mushroom.
He's the one that turned me into this monstrosity.
Maybe he has some sort of magic I've never seen before, but that's unlikely. He doesn't seem like a very high-powered wizard yet.
In the tense moments of the resurrection of Buru, Silas did say he was dead too. And he was reanimated, apparently just like this.
He kind of reaches down and like grabs your chin and like moves it around. He's like looking at your veins and your complexion. He just says, "You don't actually."
I have a reaction to him grabbing my chin.
Okay.
I want to react, like reach back and be like, "Don't touch me." So I know as Ethan that he doesn't have the poison, but
Right.
Nunu doesn't know that he doesn't have the poison.
Yep.
So I'll react back and whoa, don't touch me.
He says, "I'm not concerned." He says, "You don't even look dead. I've seen undead. You don't look undead. This is really something else. Is Silas not here?"
I believe they went west.
To
Wow.
deal with that dragon.
Then you should catch up, and we'll talk to him when he gets back. Assuming you get back, of course.
Oh, he's back.
Buru.
Another time. He's back again.
Guess who's back?
Well, Buru, should we catch up to them? You and I
Yes,
can-
dude.
Oh. You got longer legs than I do. Mind if I catch a ride?
Sure. And I'll just put him I'll put him on my shoulders like a little kid, like I used to do it.
Oh,
Wait, hold on. Wait, is it like the scene from Return of the Jedi with Luke training with Yoda?
Yes.
Or no, I guess it's Empire Strikes Back. My bad. Empire Strikes Back.
You're on my shoulder
Fucking idiot.
like a little kid.
No.
And you can hold on to the horns.
Like one leg down either side of his neck, arms wrapped around his head.
wow. Buru, you should just change your name to Willump.
Holy shit! Holy shit! That's so good.
Dude, and he could do mold earth in front of him, and he could just roll the dirt.
I get pushed.
I sense an image of what I'm picturing. By the way, True, in DnD.
I opened up your DM.
I said it's not. I said in DnD.
Okay, we're leaving. We're leaving.
Okay. And so when you guys move through the kitchen again, Dark actually reaches up, grabs Lulu, and like pulls her back out of the way when she sees you coming, and they just watch you like zip past them. Nunu?
I thought I'm traveling with Buru.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say while all that's taking place, there was obviously, like, you guys are obviously attempting to catch back up. But I will say this too, while you guys are up there on the cliff's edge, before you all kind of launch off and go on your way, the same thing that I described to Nunu, to Nunu last session, basically, as you're standing on that cliff top, you can see in the distance, basically from where you're standing, there's really just a discoloration in this like area in the distance in the woods. It's all these lush green trees as far as you can see. They kind of get thick as you go about, let's call it 200 meters away from the hill. They get a bit thicker, and then as soon as it hits this area, it's this more like gray, lighter tone of green. Just in this one patch out in the distance. So Yoll, you said you wanted to talk to Rhea as you guys moved along. I'll let you go ahead and do that.
Rhea, what do you know about the history of the Hell Riders?
One sec. Oh, actually, that's a good question. I have something exactly like that. She says, well, do you want the whole story, or do you want the quick version?
Well, frankly, I'm looking for a particular piece of information, so I guess the full story is most likely to have it.
Well, you could just tell me what you're looking for. Get to the point.
I don't know, we'll look at her and be like, I've had a day, all right?
Yeah, then maybe it is a good time for a story. Take both of our minds off of this. She says, the Hell Riders were started over a century ago. There were fiends that were roaming the lands to the north and the south and the west of Elturel. Fields were being despoiled and livestock were being slaughtered and homes razed and people dragged off to a terrible and unknown fate. Terror was gripping everyone. The city's cavalry rode across the land, striking down fiends wherever they found them and suffering fearful losses. But it was never enough. For every fiend they destroyed, it seemed as though there were two more that appeared elsewhere. The ruler of Elturel the High Rider, asked his people to pray to the gods for aid. To everyone's astonishment, a mighty angel entered the city the next day. I think you know who that was.
I do.
Well, what you may not know about her is that her name actually means the Companion of Light. The prayers of Elturel had been heard, and help had come. Zariel located the gate through which the fiends were entering the natural world on the fields of the dead, west of the city. Zariel declared that she would lead the cavalry into Avernus, destroy the infernal host that was amassing there, and strike a great blow against the forces of darkness. The High Rider sent out the riders to Elturel, now numbering many thousands, the army that Zariel had trained, and Zariel led that army, riding a golden mastodon. With a great cry, Zariel and her army charged through the gate. The legions of Avernus trembled and buckled, but did not crumble. Zariel was defeated, and the remnants of her army returned to Elturel, overcome with grief at the loss of their glorious general, but confident that the lords of the Nine Hells would think twice about threatening Elturel again. There were great celebrations to honor the valiant knights of the cavalry who became known as the Hell Riders from that day on. And then there was, of course, the day that we lost Zariel. Some say the Hell Riders became cowards that day, but we carried on, trying to regain the honor from those who fled and left her there. You might be able to tell I've told that story quite a few times.
Once or twice. Wow, dramatic. Love the flair. Do you know anything about Zariel's second in command? Did she have generals or colonels that she worked with? I don't know. I don't know what angels do.
You know, there were rumors that despite pretty much all of Mount Celestia forbidding her from partaking in this, in fact, as far as I understand, they forbid her from even coming to Elturel, let alone going a step further and leading this army down into the Nine Hells. But there were rumors that somebody had come with her. In fact, there were the rumors that a couple of them came down, but there are no names in the history books.
No theories
Well,
among historians or Hell Riders?
you'd have to assume it was a companion of hers. I thought maybe Lulu could have been it, but she doesn't seem the type, obviously.
Well, we know Lulu was there.
She was.
You know what I'm getting at.
I know what you're getting at. I'll have to think about that a little bit more. See if there's any truth to those rumors, and perhaps if we can find our way into Elturel, even if it's in Avernus, maybe somebody down there, a historian, or somebody who knows a little more, maybe somebody older, a dwarf or something, that might have lived through it.
I have a feeling that if we're going to succeed in our, frankly, quite foolish endeavor, that sword might come in handy.
I think that sword is going to be maybe even more important than you realize. Every image of Zariel, other than the hellish ones we saw in the Vanth Emperors, had her holding that sword. It was pretty constant.
I don't know much about angels and how they work. I don't know much about the history of how Zariel fell. Does an angel's weapon matter? Is there angelic embodiment contained within what they wield at their side? I don't understand.
Well, you know about magic items to a certain extent, but there are evil items and there are holy items. And that sword, in fact, I would imagine any high-ranking angel or celestial would have some sort of holy weapon that tied their essence to it. There are consequences to losing something like that, or giving it up.
I guess Zariel knew it was best for her to lose it than to let it fall into the wrong hands.
That is for sure. I could only imagine what a weapon intended to be used for good could do when corrupted, which it certainly would be in the Nine Hells.
And we need to find that sword, Rhea.
I think I agree with you. In fact, I definitely agree with you.
Finally, someone around here who's not full of shit and mushrooms.
Yeah, that was kind of weird back there, huh?
I'd rather not talk about it.
As much as I'm a proponent of keeping the soul intact, and I'm not sure that Nunu was able to accomplish that, I do think that it's better to have a companion than to lose one. Especially for what we're headed towards.
Normally I would agree, but I think a lost companion is best left lost. And that's all I have to say on the matter. Thank you for your story.
She seems in a little bit of a more chipper mood, having, distracted herself with telling you that tale. I will say at this point, so Gantash and Silas were kind of trailing along with you guys the whole time. But by this point, I will say that Buru kind of hustles up with Nunu in tow and catches up to you guys. You've made it a pretty decent distance. You got your kind of head forward and you're just trekking through. It's not exactly difficult terrain that you're moving through. It's actually fairly lush, short grass that hangs out in between the trees. And yeah, you guys continue to cruise forward. So Buru, Nunu, you guys catch up. Silas, Gantash, you guys are cruising along too.
When we catch up, I yell towards Silas and say, if this thing that you've done to me causes me to lose my natural Grung characteristics, I'm going to kill you.
Nunu, I don't know what it does. I just had a hunch that it might bring you back. So.
Well, Buru as my witness, as I say that, I'm going to pat his head. As Buru as my witness, if I do not get my poison back, I will kill you. And I'm going to pull up the vial of poison that I have and say, I'm not going to make you swallow this. I'm going to cut a hole into your body. I'm going to pour it into that. And I'm going to watch you suffer.
So Silas can't, sorry, Nunu can't see my face, but I'm looking at Silas, like, raising my eyebrows, like, responsible. Remember.
Oh,
Who do we lose? Oh,
Ethan.
Welcome back.
Hello?
Hey, you silly bitch.
Fuck. My Discord just crashed. Fuck.
Remember, Silas, just while he's saying those nasty things, I'm just going to be like, responsible.
I'm gonna say, if I can bring you back into this world, I can take you out of it.
Silas, I'd like to see you fucking try.
Your actions have consequences.
Just something that clearly people have not fully grasped, you fucking bonobos.
He's threatening me.
You took away the one thing that I had going for me.
What do you mean? You can still... Actually, no, you lost a leg. You probably got... You're at least stiff at the moment.
No way to generate poison. That was like the whole point of being a Grung.
You can jump.
Gantash is gonna.
You know, you're right. Thank you.
Gantash is gonna speed up and try to keep pace with Yoll.
Okay.
I'm also just gonna send my owl up in the air for like just to kind of see ahead of us, so we don't like walk into any traps. We're obviously going towards a dragon. You know, maybe.
Can I attempt to shoot the owl down?
Oh my god.
Actually,
Yep.
No, you're not.
Do I see you command it go up?
Do I know
do
he's
I- do-
obviously I know he's doing it on top of my head, right?
I mean, you're gonna feel him moving and like rustling for his fucking arrow. Yeah,
When he goes to shoot, I want to like turn my head,
like to knock
Like
him
to-
off.
not knock him off, but like to mess him up.
Okay.
So he's gonna
Okay.
roll disadvantage.
Yeah, I'm good. You can go ahead and roll to hit. You're gonna roll at disadvantage. But this is the
First
fucking
one, first one's a 12. Second one's a 16. I'll take the 12, obviously.
Yeah.
And that probably hits a familiar.
It hits.
Do I even need to roll damage?
Yep, you do.
Okie dokie. That's 1d8 plus 3. And if I remember correctly, I poisoned a bunch of my arrows when we were on the cart. Did that stick?
That was a few days ago. I don't know how long.
That's why I'm asking.
Well, yeah. How does it say how long your poison lasts?
Poisonous skin, I can like it says how the poison is applied. You apply to a piercing weapon as part of an attack with that weapon.
How many did you poison?
Well, let's just say 10.
Sorry, well, you figure that out. I'm just gonna go pee.
Okay, then roll a d10.
Well, 4.
4.
Yeah.
Okay. So what I'm ruling here is you didn't explicitly say that that's the arrow you're grabbing. So I'm going to say you indiscriminately just grabbed an arrow.
No, I wasn't asking for poison. I was just asking if they would still stand. Like if the
Well,
poison
I'll have to
still
look
lasts.
into that. But
Let's rule it as not then.
Yeah, I'm going to say you just didn't grab a poison arrow. Like you had a 10% shot to grab it.
That's totally okay with me.
Yeah. So okay, go ahead and roll the damage.
Yep. That would be a 6. 3 plus 3.
6 total.
Yep.
Okay. So your arrow goes straight through and just rips out the center of it. Now this is a familiar, so there is not a whole ton of blood that comes out, but still some comes out of the beast form, and it just like screeches but still stays in the air. So Silas, you can do what you will with that.
Whoops. Finger slipped.
I'm just gonna when Silas makes eye contact, I'm just gonna shake my head no.
Rhea will turn around at this and stomp her way back, because you guys are in the back and she's in the front. She'll stomp her way back. She'll pull out.
I will turn this caravan around right now.
She pulls out her longsword and holds it up with one hand, like very impressively, actually, the amount of strength that would take, and just points it straight at your face and says, if you attack somebody in this group because of your petty squabbling, I will see to it that you go into the ground again and you do not come back. You want to fight this dragon by yourself? Fine. You want to do it again? Fine. But you don't kill a scout. And you don't hurt anybody in this group. Do you understand?
How come did Silas not get the same warning? Because look at me. Look what he did to me.
No, you did that to you.
I did this to myself? Fucking look at me. I didn't look like this when I died.
Then go fight it alone again. I didn't think so.
And I'm like, oh, you pissed off the one person you shouldn't pissed off, and I'm gonna shake him off my head.
Rhea, my pettiness is not targeted towards you. And my aggression is not directed at you. It is directed at Silas and Silas only. This is my fight, not yours. Stay in your lane.
This group has a task that they need to accomplish, and I'd rather accomplish it in all intact, all together. And if you put an arrow through Silas, or through that owl, or through me, or through Yoll, Gantash, Buru, or even yourself, we have a lesser chance of bringing Elturel back.
Too bad you didn't keep those same words when you were fighting to save Elturel, eh?
I'm gonna turn around to a Nunu that just fell off me. We have the same enemy, Nunu. We have one ultimate task. Until then, until it's complete, you can deal with Silas. And until then, you need to put a lid on it.
If you take one more action against the progress of this group towards bringing back Elturel, and that includes dealing with this dragon, and getting this magical tattoo that's going to help us, if you hinder any of that one more time, I will kill you.
I'm just gonna stare blankly at her.
Say whatever you'd like. It's your actions I'll be watching.
And with that, I'll start walking.
And she will too. She'll kind of trek her way back up to Yoll and Gantash and just cruise along.
I'm gonna be the last person. I'm gonna be watching Nunu.
Okay.
When she walks past me, I just like to put my hand, pat her on the shoulder and give her an approving, all right, good one, good shit, kid.
And she'll just sternly focus forward and give a little nod, but carry on. I will say, as you guys kind of travel along, I'll kind of bring you guys up to the edge of this land, and as described to Nunu in the last session, the land is clearly overtaken by these creeping vines that have just strangled out every tree. Every leaf, there's a very clear brim to this area, and it's all been totally choked out and just massacred by these creeping vines, thick and thin, just overtaking everything. The ground is brown and basically just a mixture of mud and patchy grass. But Rhea seems pretty stubborn and wants to carry on, but kind of stops at the edge and waits for basically the call.
How many? There's several hundred meters of these vines, right?
Yeah, so the area, as I described before, so I think there's a little bit of confusion. The whole area is about a half a kilometer across, so it's about 250 meters to get towards the center of it.
500 meters across, 250 gets to the center of it, which is where the dragon's lair is.
Yes, which from where you can see, it's basically the one feature of the land that stands out a bit. It is this very clear, small, it's not quite a hill. It's like a small mountain because there's rock faces on the side, and 250 meters away, you can make out that hill is totally enveloped by the thickest of the vines that have taken over this land.
Quick question.
Yes.
Do I remember where I lost the immovable rod?
That is a great question, actually. You are going to...
Tap? Okay.
Actually, roll a history check. I just want to make sure that this is actually what you're supposed to be doing.
Oh. It's 19 plus 1. I'll take it. Good.
You remember that you had it, and you remember that you used it in the fight, but you don't know exactly where it is.
Okay.
Though I will have everyone make a perception check at that too.
I think this might be my first roll of the session.
Oh yeah. You've been on
15.
15. 22.
Maybe step it up for a second, Ethan. Tired of
I know,
carrying
right?
your
I know, man. Am I 15, bro? It's so bad.
So Yoll, good first roll.
Thanks.
You actually kind of, as you guys have paused at the edge of this area here, you can see about 50 meters in, up and to the left, there is, from where you're standing, just this weird, like, speck, like long speck, and kind of, if you move your head around, it just stays still. It's not like part of the clouds. It's not breezing through the wind. And you look at it for a couple of seconds, it's not going anywhere. Which obviously triggers your kind of capacity for what you might think this thing is.
Grung. And I'm just going to point. That's it. I don't want to look at him. I don't want to say his name. That's it.
My name is Nunu. Yoll. Did you point at me or did you point at the
No,
rod?
I pointed at the rod.
Oh, I thought you
I
pointed at
pointed
me. Okay, my
Towards
bad.
the rod. I said, like, that's your
Okay.
thing.
How high up is it in the air?
25 feet.
25 feet?
Yep. Now, for the sake of your spell slots, I'm going to say that you're left with what you had already spent.
Yeah, I figured. Okay. Can I go up
Is
to it?
using the long jump cost you a spell slot?
No, but it's my high jump isn't high enough. I have to use my jump spell to get it.
I can get it.
I'll go over to it. Cast my last first level spell.
Okay.
On jump.
Okay.
and
So
I'll
you're
jump.
moving into the land then?
Mhm.
Okay. When you jump up and grab it, you catch this kind of like memory hits you as you like kind of reach up, you click it and bring it down, and as you're in the air kind of descending, you get this memory of this fight, and you like look back and you realize just how close you were to the edge of the area. About
Thanks
50
for that.
meters.
Yeah, thanks for that, Frank. Fucking asshole.
I mean, in his defense, you were inside of a dragon's mouth, so I'm not sure you necessarily would have noticed.
You're right. My bad. That's on me then. That's on me.
And when you land, your feet just kind of like just hit this like mud, and it's a bit of a different texture from the ground you jumped off of to jump forward, and that is because the mud is
Oh,
marked
don't you fucking dare.
by your own blood.
Oh, okay. I thought you were like, oh, it's Sir Slobberchops' corpse is on the ground.
It's the head staring at you.
I landed in his like fucking blood pile. Thanks.
The fur matted with ham.
Oh.
Gross.
No, but there is.
I'll return with the rest of the group.
Sure. Ray just kind of says, well, I've never really seen anything like this. Is everyone really ready to do this?
So did I get my memory back from the fight? Like the full fight?
No.
So how far back do I remember? Like, do I remember entering, like, do I remember the cave vividly, or like, is that still all foggy? Like where's the line?
Everything that I've told you is what you remember. It is basically nothing.
So I don't even remember like anything that's happened before we came to this castle.
No, you do. You do. It is the particulars of what happened.
Okay, so just the dragon fight. Okay.
Yeah, once you're going to be
after it.
reading, you're going to be reading a bit about your new sort of race. Because there's some things in there.
Oh wait, race?
Yeah. Anyways, so Ray asks you all that question. Are we really ready to do this?
Well, we made it all the way here. Job's not done.
I'm gonna look at Buru. Ready, big guy?
I'm just gonna like shrug and stretch. Guess so.
I'm gonna start, and then I'm gonna turn back around facing the vines, and then I'm gonna start trudging through, like slashing through the vines with the dagger at the end of my whatever the fuck this weapon is.
Okay. So you start carving your way through, with Yoll in the lead. 250 meters does not take a whole ton of time to clear through. It's just a couple of minutes, and you make your way up to this very clear, like, cave opening that is just totally covered in these vines. Vines and briar just patched over. And it looks like it's about a foot thick.
I'm gonna try and carve a large hole so it's easy to get in and out if possible.
If the dragon is in a cave, as strange as this sounds, I think I'd prefer to fight it inside rather than outside.
I just take a look at my weapon and then look up and then back at you and go, good idea.
I just must warn you, the breath will hurt.
I said it. How much do I know about chromatic dragons?
Good question. Give me a nature check.
I hope it wasn't out of line for me to say. I feel like I know about dragons a little bit. Nothing too crazy.
Yeah.
Well, they have wings and we have a bunch of melee weapons. Like it's.
Well, no, I mentioned about the
I'm
breath.
sure even Lemon could figure out it's probably better that we fight it inside.
Well, no, I
Why don't we
said
bring Toby, man.
I said the breath.
God damn it. We should
said-
have brought Toby.
The breath will hurt.
Why don't I have basically everybody give me the nature check?
That is true. That's a good idea.
Oh. Mine's an 8. 4 + 4.
So, Yoll and Silas, you actually know a decent chunk about dragons. In particular, you know that there are different different things associated with them. You know that green is typically associated with not just nature, but poison as well is a pretty big feature of theirs. You also know that they're quite intelligent, the green ones in particular, and that you may have heard something about them, if they're strong enough, being able to control certain pieces of nature.
just have to say, out of character, I can't believe if you would have told me back when me and Queen were bickering about how we were going to deal with this dragon, that I would have had to eventually fight this dragon. I would have spit in your face. I'm like, you fucking idiot. No, we're good. And here we are.
It's all my fault.
Well, no, it was a clever strategy at the time,
I
but
think we would have died if we tried to fight that dragon at the time.
Now, instead of dying then, we can die now.
yeah, what the fuck? Fine,
One of
yeah.
us is already
Let's do our future campaign heroes a favor then, yeah?
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God, this dragon's just going to follow us everywhere.
It's gonna be a never-ending curse.
Yeah, it's gonna be-
So,
Do we
sorry.
before we go in, I'll kind of relay. I don't know if Yoll will do this too, but I'll relay the information. Do we know it's a green
We
dragon?
know it's a green dragon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll just the information that you said relay to the group and then ask them, like, what. So we're fighting in the cave. What is our plan? How we have the element of surprise right now.
Well,
We should just go in there.
I'm immune to poison,
Obviously.
so I just have to worry about him biting me and scratching me.
I'm gonna look at the like nasty ass scar and just go, yep. And then look back at Silas and say, we kill it.
Brute force.
I don't think there's any way around this. As much as I'd like to disagree, killing it is the smartest thing we could do.
Well, that is, yes, obviously, but our opener is a surprise attack needs to.
We hit it with as much
We don't
damage.
just go in
We
there
hit it
and
with
be
our
like,
big
"Hey,
weapons
dragon."
and hurt it. We try to kill it. That's what we do.
No,
Silas.
I understand. I'm saying we don't just go in there and walk up to it, start fighting.
Or Nunu goes in, and that dragon will be completely stunned that Nunu's alive. And is there a way?
Buru's onto something.
There is a way. I mean, this dragon is intelligent, but is there a way to trick this dragon in some way?
I mean,
ultimately, as a group, are we killing this thing? We have
yes. I think we have to kill it. I can provide a distraction, like what you said.
I can provide invisibility to one of us.
I don't think that will be necessary. I think we should just plan an ambush. Nunu leads the dragon towards the ambush, and we just hack and slash.
I agree with that plan.
It's
The simplest
definitely
plan is often the best. I think you're right.
Yeah. All right, Nunu. You're going to face death again, but not alone.
I want to look at Silas. Grab an arrow out of my quiver and point it at him.
I pictured this tiny Grung. He just points the arrow.
Yeah, I'm pointing it up at him. Sorry.
Do you know the angry monkey in Family Guy?
That's literally what I thought about.
I'm gonna look at Silas and say, if I go down again, let me die. Don't this time. Don't bring it back this time. Got that?
I'll make sure he keeps that promise.
And I'll just head into the cave.
So, if you guys are moving in, I'm gonna address how you're going in. So, Yoll, you said you're cutting a fairly thick.
Cutting
hole.
I want to cut a hole in the vine. That makes it like easy for even the largest of us to get in and out, just in case.
Okay. So you kind of carve your way through. You're slashing. It's again, it's a foot thick, and it is giving you quite a bit of resistance. But you're hacking away and hacking away. You carve this pretty decent sized hole, and once it's ready, you start kind of moving through. As you're in, you can hear this like like this weird, like just grinding sound almost. And when you look around you can see that the vines are already slowly starting to regrow and close the hole. Slowly.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go in, finger on mouth, and like usher people in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like get through quickly at least.
Yeah. And as everyone comes in, it does slowly start to form where by the time everyone's in, it's already like half the size from when you first stepped into it. And over the next several seconds, it just seals itself up. What is your marching order?
Nunu's
Lot.
first.
Ooh, actually, I'm not last.
I think Nunu has to be first, right? Because Nunu's going.
He's going first.
It's probably Nunu followed by
Yoll and Buru.
Are we-
and
so-
then
I'm gonna try to seduce the dragon again.
Just are we, the rest of us, like trying to be quiet so that the dragon doesn't know we're here and it
yes, that
Yes.
is an
Okay,
ambush.
Okay. And we should. I just wanna
Gantash will
establish
be
that.
as close to the back as possible.
Same. I'll be with Gantash, even though he hates me.
The dragon hears that, and we're all dead.
As you guys come in, I'm going to have you all, because as you're walking in, you are basically wading through about a foot of water. I'm going to have everybody make a stealth check. And you need to make sure that nobody gets below a 7. Or sorry, a 7 or below.
Okay.
Oh, so it's everybody is making their own individual stealth check as opposed to this being a group stealth check.
It is a group stealth check. It is. But it's going to function a bit differently.
Picture a big Minotaur just trekking through water.
If
Yeah,
this
that's
goes
what you get.
badly,
I have disadvantage, so here we go.
if you have disadvantage,
I'm wearing plate
you're
armor.
wearing armor. I was even thinking about that. I was like, maybe take that off, and then I
Okay.
totally forgot to even say it.
First one's okay. Oh, thank God. Oh, 12 and 9.
Oh.
Oh, you just need mine now?
What, are you missing it?
Yeah, about that, guys. I rolled a 4 + 3.
The 7,
Meets a
but
beat.
also it doesn't matter if it meets a beat, and also it doesn't matter if you're not stealthy because you're the one who's going to do the fucking weasel shit.
No, I said
Need to
that.
make
Oh
sure-
yeah. Okay,
No,
never
I
mind. We're
said-
good.
You need to not get a 7 or below.
Okay, well, whatever. He got a 7 or below.
Yes. So, this is what happens. So, Nunu, you're in the lead, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so give me your marching order and just organize yourselves accordingly.
Sorry, I probably should have asked this outside, but Nunu, did you give us like a layout of the cave?
Nope.
No.
Okay.
He doesn't know it.
When we're in, well, he knows where the dragon was.
No, I don't.
It's in this cave.
Oh, he doesn't remember.
That's right.
Right.
Yeah.
Amnesia's a hell of a drug.
Yeah. If you
Okay, so I guess we're kind of just like chilling in the entrance. I'm like, okay, guys, find a spot.
so this is what I'll say. So Nunu,
Take some cover.
getting it. Well, hold on. You guys just enter. There's something that
shit.
happens when you enter. So I just needed you in your order. So Nunu, as you're kind of like walking in, you're still getting used to that leg, and you kind of like just trying to slow it down. You're really focusing on your steps, but it just feels so awkward with like how it's attached, and it kind of lags behind, and you just drag your leg at one point, and it just creates this splash as it kind of catches on something under the water and flicks up a little bit, sending this splash across this little like pool here. And you guys just hear this little snicker and this deep voice say, and it echoes across this cave. It says, "Oh, so many guests in one day. And a fog creeps across the water very quickly and rapidly finds its way around Nunu. And Nunu, you are going to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, goody. That's a 12.
As a 12?
10 plus 2.
We'll find out what happens next time.
On next week's episode of
Dungeons and Dummies.
Are we actually ending session here?
Yep.
Okay.